Testing 1 2 3. ये पकड़ना दोनों
Oh
चश्मा.
my god, I'm taking one.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to match day 3 of the MazzaPlay.net Emirates D20 2022 powered by Fan Code. These are the fixtures for today. It's going to be the mighty Sharjah taking on Dubai at 4:30 p.m. local time, and then later in the evening at 8:30 we have Emirates Blues taking on Team Ajman. Well, yesterday we had two fabulous encounters. Emirates Blues taking on Team Dubai, and it was the Blues triumphing by 17 runs thanks to a fantastic spell by right-arm speedster Matiullah Khan blowing away the young team from Dubai. And in match number 4, it was the Asif Khan show once again as Fujairah dominated Team Abu Dhabi and crushed them by 9 wickets. A sparkling century from the man in form, Asif Khan. Well, you know the fixtures for today. Let's waste no time at all and let's head downstairs with Shoaib Ahmed for the all-important pitch report.
It's day 3 of the MazzaPlay.net Emirates D20 2022 edition, and I think we are here to tell you a little bit about the wicket and the conditions. It's 24 degrees Celsius, which means it's perfect for playing cricket here at the Dubai International Stadium. Now, looking at the wicket, it looks like a proper traditional Dubai wicket. We know there's a lot of grass. Historically, it has been seen and proven that the teams that are batting first struggle a little bit during the day, but as the day progresses and with the lights on, it gets a lot easier for the batters to score some runs. Some grass left on the wicket, which means there will be some purchase for the fast bowlers and the batters will be able to score runs if they apply themselves in the middle. I think winning the toss and bowling first is the right option.
So once again, a very grassy surface there. Win the toss and bowl first is the advice from Shoaib Ahmed. Mohammad Rashid joining me in the comm box. What do you reckon? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ahmed, and good afternoon, viewers. I think rightly said by Shoaib Ahmed. It looks a little green, the wicket, and bowling first would be my piece of cake as well.
It's certainly been the trend so far. We've seen that ball nip around. The fast bowlers, Matiullah Khan, Colonel Zayed have been dominant already. So let's see if once again, Team Sharjah and Team Dubai, both sides have high quality fast bowling. Who will utilize the conditions best, Rashid?
I think the team winning the toss first. I think they would want to have the first use of this new pitch we've got today. And like you mentioned, both teams having an equal share of good fast bowlers. But my money is tilting towards Dubai.
Well, no bias there at all. The former manager of the Team Dubai side. Well, Shoaib is once again in position. Let's head downstairs once again for the all-important toss.
It's toss time here at the Dubai International Stadium. Match number 5, which is between Sharjah and Dubai. Both the teams played their first game and lost their first game, and they'll be desperately looking for that first win in this tournament. I've got the two captains here. On to my left for Sharjah, it's Fayaz Ahmed. For Dubai, it is Ramiz right at the extreme left, and right in the center is the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. Now, the home team is Sharjah, and Fayaz is going to flip the coin. Tails is the call.
Head it is.
Heads it is. So Fayaz जीत गए हैं टॉस. क्या करेंगे और क्यों?
बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं हम. विकेट फ्रेश है और लग रहा है कि बॉलर को सपोर्ट करेगी शुरू में.
जो दिन के मैचेस होते हैं हमने देखा है अक्सर जो कैप्टन जीतते हैं टॉस वो पहले गेंदबाजी करना पसंद करते हैं. स्कोर क्या लगता है? व्हाट इज अ गुड स्कोर ऑन दिस विकेट?
देखें 130 तक इनको जो है तो डिफेंड करने की कोशिश करेंगे.
ओके. और ये बताइए टीम में कोई चेंजेस हैं पिछले मैच को लेकर?
जी बिल्कुल एक चेंजिंग है. इरफान की जगह हर्ष खेल रहा है.
और क्या लगता है एमिरेट्स D20 हमेशा एक अच्छा टूर्नामेंट होता है, तो क्या उम्मीदें आज टीम से?
नहीं, आप जितने भी टूर्नामेंट देखें पहला मैच हमेशा शारजा आ रही है, उसके बाद उसने कमबैक अच्छा ही किया है, तो इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे जीतने की.
चलिए, ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू.
Ramesh, they are bowling first. Are you happy to bat or you would have wanted to bowl as well?
I think we would have gone with the same decision. We bowl first. It probably might be because of the dew factor. They might be thinking that, but yesterday that didn't really make a difference. But it was just poor batting and didn't execute our skills really well.
2 games played, the day games. Both the teams that batted first actually were able to restrict the total. Is that a positive sign as well?
Hopefully, our backup bowlers they've done a really good job in the first game, and hopefully we work towards our way this time.
Any changes to your side?
Just one change. Ahan's going to be sitting out and Taimur's back in.
All the best.
Thank you.
So the news from the centre is that Sharjah has won the toss and they have decided to bowl first.
Right then, a very important toss to win. Fayaz Ahmed, absolutely no second thoughts in his mind, win the toss and immediately said, let's bowl first. Let's run through the two sides here for you. For Dubai, it's going to be Abdul Malik, bowled really well yesterday. Ahmed Shafiq, left-arm spinner. Aryan Lakra, UAE international player, the young lad making strides in the international scene. Mubin Ali, we saw him get that ball to swing around yesterday. Mohammad Imran, Punya Mehra, Ramesh Shehzad, Ronak Panoli, the young lad in form. Safir Tariq played a very good knock yesterday. The wicketkeeper batter. Shahid Nawaz, tall right-arm seamer. And Taimur Ali completes their playing 11. And for Team Sharjah, Adil Malik, Amjad Gul, Fayaz Ahmed, the skipper, Hafiz Almas, young Harsh Desai. Well, he'll be an anomaly to watch out for. We'll keep it as a surprise for you right now. Colonel Zahid coming off a fifer, fantastic performance. Khalid Shah, Luqman Hazrat, Mohammad Nadeem, Yasir Kaleem, and young Zainullah, the young opener for them, the under-21 prospect. So two sides very well balanced, Mohammad Rashid. This should be a very interesting contest indeed.
Absolutely. Very well pointed out there. Both the sides have got a lot of talent, and both the sides making one change each, one going towards a spinning option, the other one strengthening their batting. So I think the teams have been working on their mistakes which they've been making and making changes accordingly.
Indeed, and we can see the Dubai openers are out there already. Ronak Panoli, former under-19 captain of the UAE, now looking to take that next step, really graduate onto the senior side. He has been in good form, Rashid. You know him extremely well. You've worked with him and coached him for extensive periods throughout his age cricket. It's about time he takes the next step, isn't it?
Absolutely. Ronak has been a very talented cricketer, but last few seasons he hasn't been performing to his potential. But he's been really working hard in the nets, and which has been rewarding for him, as we've seen in the last few months. He's made a comeback, and he scored some runs and given that edge to Dubai.
Absolutely, he will be needed to provide that cutting edge. Natural timer of the ball can clear the inner ring with ease. And Aryan Lakra, lovely to see both youngsters being backed in the opening role. I still remember that fantastic 80 odd he made on ODI debut for the UAE in Scotland on a very tough wicket against quality fast bowling. Ronak Panoli, low average, and strike rate could improve as well, but he does have a 50 to his name in his 15 matches of the D20. And here we go, first ball and we're underway. Nicely tucked onto the leg side, and he'll get off the mark quite safely.
Hazrat Luqman starting the bowling for Sharjah. As soon as we saw that Hazrat Luqman has come in, he's got a very rhythmic action, and he's got that swing coming into Ronak Panoli, who's just tucked it towards the square leg. Aryan Lakra, not very good average, but he could better his strike rate there. He hasn't been in too much form recently, but I think that 80 odd you're talking about, that'll give him a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he's batted a lot in the middle lower order in D20, so will certainly improve his figures batting up top. 12 wickets in 17 matches for Hazrat Luqman. Economy rate not too bad considering he bowls majority in the power play and in the death. Slip in place, and they're strengthening the offside region as well. There's nobody at fine leg currently. He's come into a catching point position, just boosting that offside ring. So the plan is to make Aryan Lakra drive through the offside, or perhaps it's the double bluff for that in-swinger. We'll find out. Yeah, it was the in-swinger. Fayaz Ahmed, such a clever customer, isn't he?
Absolutely. And talking about that field placing, I think they must have been seeing the game yesterday, and Aryan Lakra was trying to get many runs initially during the start of his innings through that off stump and the third man region.
And of course, as mentioned, it's a fresh wicket, so there will be some spice in it for sure. Picked up towards that mid-on region, upish aerial, not quite connected sweetly, and Adil Malik will clean it up, and they're pushing for 3. That's excellent running by the youngsters.
Very good running there by the youngsters, and I hope we can see more of that. But a lot of good shots being played throughout this tournament, and Aryan Lakra straight away showing some intent, which was missing in the last game, I think, and they have to make sure they play with intent.
Absolutely. You have to be aggressive. Look to capitalize on the first 6 overs. Try to get about 40, 50 at the very least. Lovely shot in the gap at cover point. Pure timing and placement from Ronak Panoli. Wow, what a shot.
Brilliant shot, and as rightly mentioned by Ahmed before the start of the game, that Ronak Panoli is a very good timer of the ball, and he showed that on the second ball. Beg your pardon, I think, yeah, second ball he's faced. He's timed that perfectly through that point region and got a boundary to his team.
Look at that. Right out of the screws. Right into the gap. And that will give him a lot of confidence. He's really improved his game through the cover point region as well. Likes to go downtown, step out of the crease. But that is where a T20 opener really earns his money, doesn't it? Playing through the offside region. Upish over the top. Deep third is giving it a chase. He will rein it in, Zainullah. But once again, I love the intent from the Dubai openers today.
Well noted there. I think that intent was missing in the last game, and which is why they fell short of that 144 target, which was set by ECB. They just need to make sure that they keep on batting with that intent throughout the innings and keep supporting. And I'm sure that they've been given a lot of talk in the dressing room, and there would have been a lot of mistakes that would be rectified in this game.
Slashed behind point once again. No chance for the deep third. Ronak Panoli has begun like a house on fire. 14 runs off the first over. A flying start for Team Dubai. Well, interesting. Hafiz Al-Mas is taking the new ball for Sharjah this afternoon. In the previous game, it was Irfanullah Khatak. Didn't bowl too badly, but there certainly must be a game plan to this. There's a catching mid-wicket in place as well. No slip for Hafiz Al-Mas. Oh, right in the block hole, full. And Aryan Lakra was just looking to slice it behind point.
Hafiz Almas, new face to this tournament, just played that one match and hasn't picked up a wicket. And the economy a bit towards the higher side, 9.67. I'm sure throughout, as he keeps playing the tournament, he'll better that.
Most certainly. He just ran into a certain Asif Khan, who smashed a sparkling 65 and then doubled down on it yesterday with a century. He's been an incredible touch. Once again, topping the run getters charts as usual. Oh, airy-fairy shot there from Aryan. Stifled appeal. That just went across him gently and he missed out.
As we see, not a lot of pace there. They're just both the Sharjah opening bowlers are coming in with a lot of rhythm, but not a lot of pace. They've been just outside that off-stump region.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on, Rashid. It's a sluggish start. Hazrat Luqman definitely looked like he did not look fully warmed up. Wasn't really bending his back, and even Hafiz Almas is just bowling the ball. They're not really arching his back, putting a lot of shoulder on the ball just yet. Yeah, that's better. Back cut towards that deep third region. And this pitch doesn't look as quick as we would have expected so far, Rashid.
Absolutely. I think this is similar to the pitch, the first pitch we saw. It's got a little bit of two-paced kind of a side to it. But also talking about that, I think the left-hand, right-hand combination, what do you think in your opinion? Does it make a difference to the side? Or even though Dubai has Taimur Ali, who's been in a great form, opening the batting, he's been pushed to lower down the order.
I think that was definitely in the back of their mind. They want to emphasize that, keep the fast bowlers honest in the power play, keep them off their game. No slip for Ronak either. Ringfield on the offside deep third, and that deep square leg. Orthodox fast bowlers field. Big full toss, and he was just looking to place it rather than bash it. Just a touch watchful.
I think he's facing Hafiz Almas for the first time in this tournament, and as we've seen previously as well, Hafiz Almas tries to bowl it as full as possible, try to get as much swing as possible, and that's how he's gotten a lot of players out. Recently, I saw him getting Mohammad Wasim out on a Yorker in the first over of the game. So I think that is his plan, whereas Ronnie is just trying to get that timing in and get those boundaries.
Most certainly. Pulled away this time, over mid-on. And that has gone a mighty distance. In fact, it's a 6. First of the afternoon from Ronak Panoli.
What a good shot that was. As we were talking about Hafiz Almas pitching it up, he's just slightly pulled his length back, and Ronak has taken full advantage of that, hitting it through the line, over that mid-on region, all the way for a huge 6.
And the biggest indicator of the slow nature of the pitch, he's hit that 6 towards wideish long on, not even mid-wicket or square. So certainly you need to pitch the ball up here. There's absolutely zero margin for error. Dropping it short. 17 off 6 for Ronak Panoli. And make that 21. Smacked over the top of cover point. Another half tracker dispatched to the boundary.
What a great shot that was. Staying back on his back foot, Ronak Panoli, as soon as he saw that short pitch, his eyes just lit up and he's crashed that over the off stump, and it's gone through the covers for 4. With that, it's the end of the over. Dubai 25 for the loss, for no loss at the moment.
Well, the T20 Carnival, that is the ILT20, beginning on the 13th of January. And I'm sure Rashid and I will be doing a lot of halla with Bacha there. Absolutely stoked. Cannot wait for that competition to begin.
If you are invited to the event.
Well, even if they don't invite me, I'll be there. I'll sneak in somehow.
We'll be the gate crashers.
Can't wait to see Jason Derulo and Bacha performing on the opening night. And well, are you a Knight Rider? Are you an MI fan? Are you a Gulf Giant? Are you a Sharjah warrior? Meanwhile, Colonel Zahid, right arm very, very fast coming into the attack. Cracked over the top of the covers. Aryan Lakra getting into the action now. Beautiful shot.
Well, that is a very good way to welcome Colonel Zahid, who's picked up 5 wickets in the last match he's played, and a very good shot there by Aryan Lakra. He is playing the ball and not the bowler here.
Sweet timing there from Aryan as well. The lengths from all the Sharjah paces have been very, very poor. They're dropping it too short and allowing the Dubai batters to counter-attack. Use the pace against them. And they've been peppering that cover point boundary. Flying start for Dubai, 29 for none already. Yeah. That's better. At least it was a lot straighter there. So
Yep.
Fayaz Ahmed ringing the changes early here, Rashid.
Absolutely, he's brought in his ace bowler to stop the flow of runs, and we saw straight away, we saw that cover point fielder being pulled right at the boundary for both these batsmen, and they're making full use of these loose deliveries they're getting.
Yeah, that's a very defensive move already. Posting that deep point. It's become a deep square leg now for Ronak. Let's see what Colonel Zahid can produce. Oh, caught and bowl opportunity. just didn't get there to him. That could have been close, Rashid.
That was the ball we were talking about, that tennis ball bounce, which the two pace of that wicket. It didn't come onto the bat, and Ronnie was expecting it to come a lot more quicker, I think. And Colonel Zayed has got a lot of pace, but that just stuck into the wicket, and that was almost carried to Colonel Zayed, who couldn't get his hand down in time.
A half chance there for sure. This time, just paddling it over the inner ring. That was a dangerous shot to play. There was a deep third in place. But the form and mindset Ronak Punoli has these days, he just wants to attack no matter what.
Absolutely good intent there. He's not worried about the fielder being placed there. He's just going to go for his shots and make sure that he times the ball well, which you mentioned earlier as well, which was a very good point, I must say.
Of course, you can live stream all of the Emirates D20 action on the CricTracker channel on YouTube and fan code. So get on it immediately. Short ball, pacey delivery. And the umpire thinks it's all right. Aryan is a relatively tall lad, must be about 6'1". So well placed, well targeted bouncer there from Colonel.
Yep, and this is the first time I've seen a bit of pace coming in from Colonel Zayed. All the bowlers who have bowled for Sharjah so far, I couldn't see as much pace as they did in the first game they played.
Yeah, this looked slightly off their game, I have to agree. This time giving a due respect, quick single taken. And that's a steady over from Zahid, but the Dubai openers looking very comfortable at the crease too, 32 for none. Well then, another bowling change being made quickly by Fayaz Ahmed. Left arm spin of Mohammad Nadeem being introduced into the attack. Rashid, what do you reckon?
Well, this can prove to be a very good point, a bowling change, beg your pardon, by Sharjah, by Fayaz Ahmed, because we've seen that the faster bowlers are just getting hit all around the park, and this can maybe bring a little bit of stability.
Economy rate of 4.5 is absolutely ridiculous from Nadeem. Incredible numbers. There you can see that drifting arm ball. Just sliding the ball across Aryan there. And there's plenty of protection on the offside ring. There's a short third, backward point and cover point standing very close in. And he goes straight down the ground. Slapped for 4 by Aryan Lakra.
What a good shot that was. He's gotten a long off and a mid wicket, and that long off fielder didn't move an inch, and that ball was through the boundary all again.
Look at the curl in the air after the bat. Yeah, that just shows he absolutely nailed it. Dead straight. Perfect area to target. This time just tucked into the leg side. Smart batting. You've got that early boundary. The bowler is under pressure. So just nudge the ball along and get off strike.
Very smart batting there. And I can see Nadeem bowling a little more slower than he usually does. He fires it in normally, but he's been just a bit slower in the air. I think he's just trying to get that break from the wicket.
Certainly a lot of questions to answer for Fayaz Ahmed. This time right on the money. That's what he likes to do to the right-handers. Target that middle and leg area.
And as soon as that right-hander has come in, he's fired that in. So he's gotten back to his normal routine here.
Inspired move to change the opening order. Trying to force it through the offside. He does love that back foot punch, Ronak, doesn't he? I've seen him cream that through the covers time and again.
Another shot which he loves to play against the spinners is getting down to the pitch of the ball, dancing down the wicket and hitting it over the long off region.
Well, it's gone straight up. Keeper settling underneath it. And no mistake made there by Yasir Kaleem. Well, It looked exciting. It looked promising, but in the end, Ronak Panoli has given it away. Nadeem picks up his man.
That bowling change Fayaz Ahmed has brought in has worked for him there. And as soon as we saw the first batsman who's gone across the line has had to pay with his wicket. So a very good bowling change there by Fayaz and Ronak losing his wicket.
Desperately disappointing for the young man, but he played a decent hand. 22 of 12, 3 boundaries and a 6 to his name. Dubai 37 for 1. New batter in is the new entrant into the side, Taimur Ali. He will be at the non-striker's end for now. Colonel Zahid will continue his spell. So now the onus is on Aryan Lakra to manage this innings through. Ronak Panoli, enterprising 22. Well, looking for that hard slash behind point, but Colonel Zahid is too quick for you. 145 plus easily.
Yeah, he's a very good bowler and a very quick bowler. And I see he's got a lot more control of his bowling at the moment. And but I think this field setup is a bit predictable. I'm sure that he's not going to bowl any short balls. He doesn't have any square leg or fine leg deep.
Completely agree with you. Looking for that back cut once again. Straight to the fielder. Well, Taimur Ali, where are you going? You were almost about to be run out without facing a ball.
That would have been curtains for Taimur Ali. He hadn't faced a ball straight to point, and that would have been all over for Taimur Ali.
Let's take a look here. Straight to that point fielder, Khalid Shah. And he was gone. He was absolutely gone by a couple of yards. Very lucky indeed. Pulled away over the mid-wicket region. It's going to plug and just kiss the rope. Good shot there from Aryan. A shot of confidence.
Very good shot. And as you were talking about that field placing he's set up, he's tried to bluff the batsman. And Aryan Lakra, I must say, he's read that ball really well, even though it was very quick. I think that short ball was quick and it was rising up to him. He's played it really well, eyes on the ball, and through that mid-wicket region for a boundary.
Well, that's something you tell your grandchildren about. I pulled Colonel Zahid over mid-wicket when he was bowling 145 plus at the Dubai International. Not an easy thing to do at all. And this time slashed over the top of cover point. No protection. And that could have almost been a 6. Back-to-back boundaries.
Very good batting there by Aryan. He's just playing to the merit of the ball, and as soon as he gets that width, he doesn't hold back. He's hitting them like he's been batting since yesterday.
Love the confidence, love the attitude, love the mindset. That's what we want to see from our under-19 cricketers. When you take that step to the next level, you don't back down from a challenge. 23 of 16. And I have to say, all 3 Sharjah pacers have been off the boil this afternoon. They've looked sluggish. They've looked perhaps slightly tired. These fixtures do come together very quickly. Pushed beyond the point fielder. And that's excellent batting from Aryan Lakra. 24 of 17. Another young Dubai batter who's gotten off to a start here, Rashid.
Absolutely. He's just batting so smartly. As soon as he got those boundaries, he made sure that he rotates the strike, and we saw a bit of miscommunication between the two. I think they have to make sure that they trust each other. That early run-out chance, I think, will be playing on their minds.
Taimur Ali, another stylish player. Easy on the eye. He's also very strong, square of the wicket on the offside. Zahid musing about bringing that deep third in, but he'll leave him out there. And of course, there is a deep square leg, so perhaps now he will attempt the short ball. Solidly behind it. another productive over for Team Dubai. 46 for 1 at the end of 5. Mark your calendars, 13th of January 2023. The brand spanking new ILT20 begins right here at the Dubai International. Absolutely cannot wait. Right then, it's going to be Nadeem to continue. Trying to drag it onto the leg side, not quite connecting there. He was aiming more for that long on mid-wicket region there, Rashid.
Yeah, I think that intent is still showing. It doesn't matter. As soon as he saw that ball in his zone, he's gone for that shot. Got the inner edge of the bat and went straight towards that mid-wicket region, which brings Taimur Ali to face Mohammad Nadeem. Taimur likes a little more pace on the ball up front, and I think this might trouble him a bit.
Completely agree. Well said there. More of a power play specialist against pace. Oh, chipped in the air just over that mid-wicket. Well, that's a very fortunate way of getting off the mark in D20. That could have gone absolutely anywhere.
Taimur Ali, I think he has to thank his stars. He's got 2 chances already, and he has to make sure that he makes most of these 2 chances.
Yeah, he does seem to have the rub of the green so far. Trying to cut that away behind point, but it's not going to be easy on this slowish track, Rashid.
Absolutely. It'll be really difficult to play those spinners. I think Fayaz Ahmed has done the right thing, bringing in that spinner early on.
Once again, aiming towards that mid-wicket region. There is Amjad Gul posted out there. So they've certainly set the trap. Let's see if the Dubai batters fall for it. Still been a very solid start in the power play. They don't need to do anything silly just yet. Tucked around the corner, straight to fine leg. Needed a better throw, and that will bring up the 50 for Dubai in very good time, Rashid.
Absolutely, they've done all the hard work. I think they've got a very good start to the power play. The best they've got so far in the tournament. Obviously, they haven't played many games, but 50 runs for the loss of just 1 wicket in 6 overs, I would take that any day.
Absolutely. Trying to shift around in the crease, but straight to the extra cover. Zainullah does well. 50 for 1 at the end of power play for Team Dubai.
कैचिंग ले लो शुरू में पहली बॉल ले लो बैठा देना
So yet more spin being introduced. Zahid gets a break, and it's going to be Adil Malik coming into the deck from the far end. Extremely high quality leg spinner. And this will be challenging for Aryan and Taimur here, Rashid.
Absolutely, very smart cricketer, Adil Malik. Straight away we see he's pitched it up. He's got that break, and they've picked up a couple of runs. That's very good running there, Ahmed.
Good stuff there from Aryan. He was coming to the danger end. Just a bit of a nudge into the covers. Let's see what kind of purchase he gets off the wicket here. No slip in place just yet. Oh yes, he's certainly getting that ball to grip and turn there, Rashid.
Slightly shorter for my liking, but I think Adil Malik knows that he can tend to, because the ball is gripping onto the surface, he can bowl a bit short as well. But mind you, he's bowling from the shorter end of the boundary, so for a right-hander, I think for Taimur Ali, to go after him would be the right choice, I think.
26 of 21 for Aryan so far, looking solid. And that's right on the money. That's the business zone for anybody who's trying to bowl spin on this wicket. Try to bowl it back over length and within the sticks. It'll be very difficult to get that away. You need to take a risky shot. Square of the wicket. Beautiful back cut this time. Plenty of real estate out there. But they don't want to challenge Amjad Gul's arm. He's a brilliant fielder.
And obviously that side being a bit shorter, I think they will not take a chance on his arm. But talking about that wicket again, he's not getting as much break as we were getting, as we're seeing in the first pitch we played on the first 4 games, I think.
Yeah, that one was really ripping. Especially Harry Bharwal used it beautifully for Team Fujairah. Squeezed away to point, a misfield. Well, that's not on. Adil Malik is not happy. The teapot is out, as Abdur Rahman Tariq loves to say. And yeah, the body language suggests he's not amused.
Absolutely. I think that was a chance that's gone begging. He should have picked that up, and that would have been a very close call for a run out. Khalid Shah, the fielder, the culprit there.
And he's a wicket keeper, so he should have good hands. No excuse for that. Just nudged away onto the offside. And that's a steady over from Adil Malik. 57 for 1 at the end of 7. Well, the Badshah of hip-hop is hitting Dubai on the 13th of January, right here at the Dubai International, under the Ring of Fire. And that's going to be one hell of a party as we kick off the ILT20. Harsh Desai being introduced into the attack. And to our viewers who are not familiar with this young chap, don't rub your eyes. He has something very special to show you, especially with the left-hand, right-hand combination at the crease. 24 wickets in D20. And look at that economy rate of 4. That is absolutely sensational. Well, he's bowling left-arm spin now. Cracked through the covers. And now pay very, very close attention to Harsh Desai. He can bowl with both hands. Left-arm spin to the right-handers. And now you'll see a bit of off-break to Aryan Lakra. Truly a special cricketer, a gifted cricketer, Rashid.
Perfect conditions here for Harsh Desai. Perfect batting setup for him. He's got a left-hander and a right-hander in the picture.
Well, it always makes me smile when I see him on to bowl. Look at that. Right arm off spin. A beautiful back cut, but straight to the fielder. And I've seen hundreds of matches of his, but each time I see him, I'm still so surprised. I'm marveled how he's able to control it so well. Meanwhile, Aryan 27 of 24. Oh, just a hint of extra bounce there. And he's all of about 16 or 17 years old. Truly a stunning talent.
Absolutely, and the kind of accuracy he's got bowling with both the hands is just amazing. I'm just perplexed here.
Pulled away towards long on. So the slowish nature of the pitch is playing into the Sharjah spinner's hands right now.
Now we start wondering now, was it the right choice to bowl first, winning the toss? It has been slightly slower in the first 6-7 overs we've seen, and slightly it's getting better actually as the game is progressing.
Yeah, they've really been bogged down here now. They need to get a move on, Team Dubai. There you go, left arm spin. Fantastic. Look at that control. Right on the perfect length. Targeting the sticks. And that's why this lad, still in his teens, is part of the powerhouse Sharjah side in D20. Beautiful extra cover drive there. Sweet timing, but not hitting the gap. Only 2 runs off the over from Harsh Desai. 59 for 1. Adil Malik will continue from the far end. Oh, beautiful sweep, but straight to the fine leg. Khalid Shah takes the catch, and Adil Malik gets a huge wicket. Khalid in a bit of strife, but Aryan Lakra has to head back to the dugout there.
Really nothing short there. Aryan doing all the hard work and facing those 27 deliveries. And as we see, he's just tried to nudge that over that fine leg fielder, but he was in no position to hit that shot, and he's lost his wicket. Dubai losing their second wicket with the score at 59. Aryan Lakra gone for 28 of just 27 deliveries.
Well, this is a very interesting move. The big burly fast bowler Shahid Nawaz has been sent in at number 4. As you can see, not many runs to his name in D20 so far. Oh, that's fizzing away from the outside edge. Beautiful delivery from Adil Malik.
A very surprising and very interesting move here from Dubai. Sending in Shahid Nawaz, who's I must tell you, he's a very good player of the spin bowling. He whacks a punch very hard. Look at that, a very good shot over the extra cover region, and it's gone for a boundary. They have got a plan in place here, Ahmed.
Well, you absolutely called it. Slightly full, slightly wide. Not particularly graceful, but mighty effective there from Shahid Nawaz. Slapped over extra cover, and no chance for the long off. And that was turning away from him. You could see that coming from a mile away.
Trying to target that shorter boundary region. And I think they've got a plan in place where they want to make sure that they get as many runs as possible in this first 10 overs.
Yeah, that low value wicket, so to speak, but Adil Malik is just too good for him. Look at that, big turn and bounce there. He played the right shot earlier over extra, but that muscle memory of dragging to the leg side taking over. So he needs to be slightly careful. Quicker one, fired in inside edge. And there's only a deep square in place, so they should pick up a couple quite easily. So Adil Malik picks up the important wicket of Aryan Lakra. 65 for 2 at the end of 9. So it's going to be the young phenom, Harsh Desai, to continue. And he's bowling in just the right areas on this pitch. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing him mix it up now because there are two right-handers at the crease. Look at that turn, beautifully bowled, really teasing the two batters. And you can see the ring of fire has been activated as well. The lights have been switched on. That will really change the nature of this pitch as well. Good looking cut shot. But only ones and twos currently. They're really starving them of any big shots here.
I think that should be the right move for Temur. He should make sure that he stays for a while and let Shahid Nawaz come in with a plan to let him to take the aggressor's role here.
Steps out. He hasn't quite middled it, but it's still got plenty of distance on it. Onto the upper tier of the Dubai International. What power from Shahid Nawaz.
Shahid Nawaz got to the pitch of that ball. He danced down and made sure that he got enough contact with the bat to take it all the way. That was a little far away from him, but he still got enough bat on it to take it over long on.
One-handed six there from Shahid. That is some stick in his hand there.
Reminded me of Rishabh Pant.
Yes, indeed. A year ago. Exactly at this venue. When he took on Hassan Ali. So Harsh Desai. It wasn't a bad delivery at all. He got about 80% of it going his way. It's just the sheer quality of Shahid Nawaz, who's doing his job as a low value wicket here. 12 off 6. This time it's been spliced towards that long on. It's just going to drop in front of him.
Absolutely, and he's just going with that plan, and he's got his eyes set for those boundary balls. As soon as he gets one in his zone, he's just going to go for it. But what I love about Harsh Desai is the pace he's bowling at.
Well, here you go. Here he is bowling left arm spin to the right-hander. And just hang on, we'll get back to that after this delivery. Oh, whoppish. Oh, it's a chance for a run out. And this time he's got him, Temur Ali. He took one chance too many, taking on the Sharjah fielders. And a bullseye from Fayaz Ahmed. He's got his man.
The captain not missing there. Harsh Desai bowling it a bit quicker towards that extra cover region. And he's just had one stump to aim at, and he's got a bullseye. Fayaz Ahmed, you beauty.
Brilliant stuff there from the Sharjah skipper. Temur Ali's charmed life finally comes to an end. 10 of 13, 73 for 3.
Right, welcome back after that drinks break. And with that, we've got Ramiz Shahzad, the captain of Dubai, coming in. And I've got Shoaib Ahmed joining me in the comm box. Welcome, Shoaib.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rashid. Last ball of the 10th over. And it's been a good over for Sharjah. Not so good for Dubai. We'll continue that conversation. 10 overs gone, 73 for 3. So 10 overs, 73 for 3 is the score. Dubai just losing wickets at regular intervals, and that has been a concern not only today, Rashid, but even in the game yesterday.
That was their undoing yesterday, I must say. That 2 wickets in the same over, Matiullah got. I think they were set to get that. Oh, straight away. What a Jaffa delivery there. That was very well bowled, slightly slower, and he's got that break. Talking about that game yesterday, I think you rightly mentioned those 2 wickets in that 1 over.
Matiullah definitely bowled the spell of his life yesterday, one of his best that we've seen. But today is a different day, a different contest, different opposition. Ramesh Shehzad, we all know how dangerous he can be. And I think this is just the right time for him to come. The most senior, most member in that side, the captain, coming in a situation where they need somebody like him. That's been bowled down the leg for a wide.
Absolutely. Dubai at the moment, I think they require that stability. They've lost a very important wicket of Taimur Ali. Although they've got Shahid Nawaz there, who's not going to stop, I must tell you. He'll keep going for his shots. But Ramesh should just make sure that he plays that anchor role and stays till the end.
Yes, if he can do that, I think Dubai will get to a score that they will feel and fancy that they can defend in this second innings. Now, we've seen the day game, the captains winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. Both have ended at the losing side. So, it's not a bad position to be in to bat first, because both the teams that have played the day game, the teams that have batted first, have able to restrict the opposition in the second innings.
Absolutely. I think what most of the teams have been missing, or what I've been noticing in this particular Dubai International Stadium, is that as soon as the lights come on and it's a bit, as soon as the dark takes over, it starts swinging a bit more than usual. And during the night, it just gets normal back again and it starts becoming a batting track.
That is such a good observation. You're so right about that. It does do a little bit in the second innings and the first innings of the second game. We'll continue that conversation. It's 11 overs and Dubai are 75 for 3. So 11 overs, 9 more overs to go. That's a lot of time in a T20 game. 9 overs, 54 deliveries. Harsh continues. Nicely bowled, some bounce on that wicket. At the presentation yesterday, Asif Khan, the Centurion, mentioned that this wicket here in Dubai has a tennis ball bounce, which I found was very interesting of him to say that, because the way he was batting, it looked as if he was playing a tennis ball game.
Well noticed there. But what he meant about that tennis ball bounce was, I think, what I have noticed, or in my honest opinion, is that the wicket is a little slightly too paced. So sometimes you get that bounce, and sometimes it just comes onto the bat really quick, which is why it's troubling so many batsmen.
And that is why it is more important for somebody like Ramiz to play as many deliveries as possible, because he's got the experience of playing in such situations. So it is imperative that he takes that responsibility and tries to be there till the last ball.
Certainly. And I think we saw it in today's game as well, when Arya and Ronak were batting up top. As soon as they started going across the line, that's when Ronak lost his wicket. And we see Shahid Nawaz stepping down and hitting it in the air, but that's just fallen short of that substitute fielder who's come in, I think, for Khalid Shah, who's struggling a bit with his knee.
Yes, Fayaz there, just couldn't get there in time. It was an important catch from Khalid Shah, but he's injured himself in the process. Sharjah will want him for his batting in the second innings. Quicker this time from Harsh, and gently pushed towards the mid-wicket, towards the square leg for a single, in fact.
Right, Shoaib, you were at the toss and you were also at the pitch report. What do you think about this pitch, looking at the pitch we played on yesterday's game and the game before that?
Yeah, this is the first wicket that was used in the first day, in fact. And from what we've seen, it does get easier to bat as the day progresses. Now, it's a lot more greener than the wicket that we played on yesterday. So that will give something for the fast bowlers, I feel, and it will also come onto the bat nicely, especially in the second innings. 12 overs, 78 for 3.
ज्यादा ऊपर आ गया थोड़ा सा पीछे रहे
Right, Adil Malik to continue, and he's been bowling really well, and I see him bowl slightly slower than he was bowling in the first game he's played.
That is important. I think that is very important. The what pace you bowl at, especially as a spinner on this wicket. We saw that yesterday as well, when Asif Khan was going all guns blazing. There was one over from the spinner in Abu Dhabi. I think it was Zubair. And the way he slowed the ball, it was getting difficult for Asif Khan to hit him out of the park. So it's important as a spinner to bowl at the right pace. And today Adil is bowling a lot slower, as you mentioned. He was taken for some runs in the first game against Fujairah, where he was a lot quicker. But I think he's adapted well to the situation right now.
This has been a very important point for all the players who are playing in this tournament. They're going back home, they're looking at the highlights, and they're trying to understand what their mistakes are. And I've seen a lot of changes in all the players, and it's such in the start of the tournament. I think that's a very good thing.
Absolutely. I was hearing you and Ahmed Khwaja earlier on in the first innings today in this game, where you mentioned about the field placement for Aryan Lakra. And that was such a great point, because yesterday that field placement was used by Rizwan CP against Aryan, and that shows that teams are going back, watching matches, learning about the weaknesses and the strengths of the opposition, and that enriches our experience of the game, witnessing the game from here.
Certainly, and also at the same time, I think one of the objectives which ECB is putting in so much effort into bringing these tournaments is that they're improving the games of these cricketers, and I think they're doing a wonderful job there. And I think most of the players are learning a lot from these tournaments.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think this is a great initiative from Emirates Cricket Board and ITW to bring us these matches. It's been a phenomenal experience. Meanwhile, there's a big hit coming in from the bat of Shahid. He's been sent out with a mission, and the mission is to destroy that cricket ball. 6 to end the over. 13 overs gone. 87 for 3.
Right, and Harsh Desai, impressive spell here of 3 overs, and he's come in to bowl his fourth over, just giving away 13 runs. And with that, I think shows a lot of confidence in this young lad by the captain Fayaz Ahmed.
He's been a revelation, Harsh Desai, in the domestic cricket. Very young, ambidextrous, bowls with both hands, and he's so consistent that it's very difficult to say which is his prominent bowling arm. So yeah, he's such a rare talent to have.
Absolutely, and we were just going. Ahmed Khwaja was just going. He was just lala over Harsh Desai. He was so impressed by him, I think, and rightly so. A very oh, and he's got that wicket. Shahid Nawaz stepping down. One too many, and Harsh Desai has picked up that important wicket of Shahid Nawaz.
Oh yes, Shahid, he wanted to go for every ball, living dangerously. You can't do that against the quality of Harsh Desai. Great ball, great pitching, and yes, he knows that he's got his man. Shahid will have to walk back. He's done his job. 21 of 13. Could have gotten a few more for Dubai, but an entertaining innings comes to an end. It's 88 for 4.
हर्ष हाँ बातें खत्म हो गई हो सिंगल रोक लेना ठीक है जहाँ से सिंगल रोको वहाँ रहो
It is Punya Mehra, number 6 for Dubai.
हर्ष
Interesting batting lineup, and who better than Rashid to tell us what's the thinking behind this approach.
Straight away, Punya hitting that towards the sweeper cover, picking up a single. I have no idea, Shoaib. I was shocked to see Shahid Nawaz batting at number 4. I would have betted my life that Ramiz was gonna come at number 4, but they've got other plans, and I'm sure they've got a lot of thinking behind those. And Shahid Nawaz is, as you rightly mentioned, has done his job. He's got 21 of 13 deliveries. But what I don't like today about Dubai's batting is that Ramiz Shahzad hasn't been able to rotate the strike as much as he would have. I mean, he's taken 15 balls for his 6 runs, 16 now for his 7 runs. I think that would make a lot of difference in the game.
Yes, quite a few dot balls, especially in the middle overs, especially the way they started. I think that will definitely dent that run scoring ability of Dubai. Having said that, Ramiz can change that equation anytime. That's how dangerous he is, and he can get to 150, 160 strike rate at his own will. But I think he's just holding on to it as of now because they've lost 4 wickets. He'll want to take the game deep. So maybe after the 15th or 16th over is when he'll actually start to accelerate.
Certainly, I agree with that, and I think you're right, and all of us agree on that point. They picked up 3 singles or 4 singles in 4 deliveries right after that wicket. So what my point is that they can pick up singles on every delivery, and they don't have to take a risk on that.
Absolutely. I think the singles, they've not been able to take enough singles. That's been a concern. 14 overs have been bowled. Dubai are 92 for 4. 14 overs gone, 92 for 4. 6 more overs to go, and just the right time to introduce a change in the com box. Finally, we've got Mr. Danny Ocean in the com box. Abdul Rahman Tariq.
Thank you, Shoaib. And Dubai steadily moving along, 92 for 4. It's better in terms of their performance from yesterday, where they lost wickets in a cluster. And they have, as you were mentioning, Ramiz Shahzad right there in the middle. And as long as he is there, they will be thinking 50 in the last 5 maybe. Get to that 140 mark.
Yes, and 140 we've seen has proven to be a good score on this wicket. Yesterday, Emirates Blues against the same opposition, Dubai, were able to defend that total of 142, 143. That's good batting. This is good batting from Punya. Smart batting. Oh, yes, no situation. Ramiz finally decides to go against it. But I like the intent from Punya.
Yeah, I have to be a bit careful. Punya and Ramiz, not the best of runners between the wickets. We've seen Punya fall to a lot of run-outs actually. There you can see, just didn't even look at his partner, took off, and then was sent back.
Interesting to see Yasir Kaleem not going up to the stumps for that throw. He was just happy to wait there and allow them to go for the second. Normally, you would see the keeper coming up, running close to the stumps and trying to get that run out effected.
I don't think even he had any idea they would have looked for 2. It was right in the hands of the fielder. That would have been suicidal. Would have had enough time to get the ball and run towards the stumps, Yasir.
Great form he is in, Yasir Kaleem. Will be interesting to see how he approaches the D20 format. Short ball pulled, not the best of timing, and straight into the hands of the fielder. Long gone. It's Adil Malik who will take a simple catch, but it is not so simple for Dubai from here on. Their captain Ramesh Shehzad will depart, and that's a big wicket.
It's a huge wicket. Ramesh Shehzad, 20 deliveries for his 9 runs. Very uncharacteristic of him. And then again, dragging that ball from outside off stump. Finds Adil Malik. A very simple catch. And that's a big, big breakthrough for Sharjah. Half the team back in the dugout. Dubai have lost Ramesh Shehzad. 94 for 5 in 14.4. Ramesh Shehzad walking back for 9.
Khalid, when is he back on? When's Khalid back? You know? You're going to call him back on? He's ready to come. He's ready to come. He's ready to come in? You're going to call him back? Centre. 2 to go.
New batter, Safir Tariq, the keeper batter for Dubai. Played his first game yesterday in the D20 format. Scored 42 runs.
Well, he's also been a journeyman player. Safir Tariq was part of Sharjah, was part of Ajman, but didn't get a game for both of them. And now has walked into the Dubai side, performed really well, 42 in a very difficult run chase. And now he's got the last 5 overs to make an impact here. Again, 5 overs, 50, very much a possibility. And 140, 145 with this bowling attack of Dubai. Have a chance of saving that. Again, Punya playing it down to mid-wicket. They take 2. Good steady over there from Lukman. Comes to an end. Over number 15. Done and dusted. Dubai 97 for 5.
Middle.
97 for 5 after 15 overs. 5 more overs to go. Can they get 50? Punya Mehra and Safir Tariq both can bat. they'll have to bat really well.
Go now, huh?
A big shout, big shout. Hit on the back leg, but the umpire said no very quickly. And Nadeem, not a big turner of the ball. I think that ball was drifting down. Yes, I think it would have missed leg stump, probably bounced over it as well. Mohammad Nadeem. Play goes the ramp, shot, gets a top edge, ball racing down to fine leg. That is going to be a boundary, an important boundary for Dubai and for Punya Mehra. 102 on the board now for Dubai.
Important runs for Dubai. And that is a good shot. Manufactured it for himself. Played it fine with intent. And he's got 4 runs.
Again, drifting down the pads. Hazal Luqman cleans up. Mohammad Nadeem, not a big turner of the ball. Very similar to Aryan Lakra in terms of his approach. Just pitches the ball and goes in with the arm.
That's much better from Nadeem. Has bowled well in his 2.4 overs, conceded just 14 runs and also taken a wicket.
Where Punya Mehra again just trying to take that single that's never there. Safir Tariq hits the ball in the air. It's gone up a long, long way. Fielder settling under it. Very good catch taken by the youngster is Harsh, who's taken a brilliant catch, running all the way from cow corner up to mid-wicket.
Not easy, these catches, because that was high in the air and it was played in the gap as well. A lot of running to be done by the young Harsh. He does that. A fumble in the end, but manages to hold on to it. And that is what is important. A catch, a wicket, number 6 for Dubai. Safir Tariq out for 1 after scoring 1 run in 4 deliveries. It's 103 for 6.
ओपनर तो अब भेजा है ओपनर तो अब भेजा है ओपनर है मनी ओडी है नीचे से आशा आशा धीम्या
Imran Odi, number 8 for Dubai.
Well, I think you can see from the surprise and shock on my face, Imran Odi coming in at number 8. He's an opener by trade.
Hold it!
Now slashes hard. Ball racing down to third man. Confident way to get off the mark. Imran Odi. Not a convincing shot, but he gets a boundary. Inexpensive over. Comes to an end. Dubai 107 for 6.
Hazrat Luqman has been introduced into the attack. First ball down the leg side. No. Wide signaled by the umpire. So clearly something
touched the ball on its way to the keeper. No, I think because he shuffled, and had he not shuffled, the ball would have hit the pads, and that is why Mr. Botha there deciding it's a legal, it's a fair delivery, and I think it's a great decision.
Yeah, absolutely. Two bowlers in the com box. Sympathetic with the fast bowler as well. It's a batsman's game. And if you've moved across so much in your standard position, that would have thudded into his pads. Very good call there, Shoaib.
Actually, I had that conversation with Mr. Shiju Sam, one of the umpires, a few days earlier, and he mentioned that same thing, where if the batsman or the batter shuffles, and if the ball is bowled in that same line, then it's not a wide, even if it's down the leg side. So, very well done there, Mr. Botha.
The umpiring standards are very high in this tournament. And they're improving regularly as well. A lot of cricket being played under the cameras, being broadcast. So the umpires, consciously focusing maybe a little bit more. Obviously, they have the runouts and the stumping opportunities with the third umpire as well. So they get that additional second to just relax as umpires on the leg side.
Yes, matches being broadcasted is not only great for the players, but all the stakeholders, I feel. So it's good for the scorers, for the umpires, for the match officials, for the players, for the commentators.
For us as well, yeah, absolutely. Interesting way to get involved in the game. Both you, me, Rashid, Mudassir, all of us, Abid, have played so much cricket here in UAE. What an opportunity this for everyone involved. A big shout out to obviously ITW, Emirates Cricket Board, Sky Exchange, Mazaplay.net, fan code as well, the sponsors and supporters, TPT 360, ITW Prodigy, all of these people bringing these pictures live on your mobile phones and your TV screens. 110 for 6, end of over number 17. Good over from Luqman, just 3 coming off it. And Dubai need to get a move in the last 3 overs. But there you have it. That was the cue to our team downstairs. You can watch these games live on Fan Code in India. Jio Super in Pakistan, broadcast live on TV, and CricTracker on YouTube and Facebook Global. ITW Prodigy TPT 360 production. The Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 2022 powered by Fan Code. And again, a big shout out and thank you to the Emirates Cricket Board for supporting cricket here in the UAE.
Yes, the third season of the D20 series. I remember exactly 2 years from now. That was my first stint here as a commentator for the same event, same venue. So very fond memories and a soft corner for this tournament.
And not to forget the D10 series as well that started it all. Just a few meters away from here in the ICC. And I had the privilege of playing my first game here in the Dubai Stadium. My first wicket, first ball was Sandeep Singh Sandy.
And I'm sure he'll not be remembering that and would not want to remember it. Meanwhile, Imran Odi has launched that one straight down the ground over the side screen, and well, the umpire has signaled 6 runs, and 6 runs it will be.
Yeah, very good shot that. Good confident shot. Now Imran Odi looks a little bit more settled today. Sent in at number 8. But he has to do the job. And that is an opener's shot, isn't it? Straight down the ground with the straight bat. Not going across the line. Not losing his shape at all.
Okay, and slower this time. He's gone aerial. The fielder will not reach there. Karnal Zahid at square leg. Trying his best, but it was not enough. They get 2 runs. Imran Odi.
Now it's a massive boundary. We're on the leftmost wicket today. So that leg side boundary right now.
It's 68 meters, Abdul Rahman. I checked with the ground staff, and it's the bigger part of the boundary. So 68 on that onside, 68 meters straight down the ground as well. But on the offside, it's just 60 meters. This one again launched high up in the air. Fielder waiting for it. Khalid Shah will not miss out on that. He's a good fielder. Safe pair of hands. Also a wicket keeper. So another wicket down, and it's Imran Odi who'll have to walk back.
68 meters, and that's about 7 odd meters inside. And Imran Odi must be thinking, I hope this was Sharjah or Ajman. That would have been 6. But no, you're in the Dubai International Stadium right in front of the Dubai dugout. A quick fire 13 comes to an end from Imran Odi. Dubai 119 for 7.
सर्कल से आइयो ठीक है सिंगल या कोई बात नहीं है
Mobeen coming in at number 9.
Yeah, he can also hit a few.
चलो यार टू गुड बॉल बॉल्स कम ऑन
It's just his second game, but has played a lot of domestic cricket, Mobeen Ali. Edge. And the ball will race away towards the third. Heavy outfield here at the Dubai International Stadium. Won't go the distance. So 2 more runs added to the total for Dubai. End of the 18th over. 2 more overs to go. It's 121 for 7.
It's the last 2 overs. And one recognized batsman still inside. Punya Mehra goes for the ramp shot. Very dangerous. He's missed it. And a couple of inches on the right. And that would have crashed into the stumps. Hassan Lukman been very good today. 22 of his 3 overs and picked up a wicket. Can you get another one here? Punya goes straight down the ground. Again, the ball getting big on him. They're pushing for 2. This is very risky. And Punya Mehra, we were talking about this before, Shoaib, and he's been run out. He's thrown his wicket away.
Well, that was never a second. The intent is good. You need to have that intent, but you also need to be realistic at the same time. Yeah, he couldn't never reach there in time. And that's an easy decision for the umpire, Kashif. In fact, it's Mr. Asif who's the umpire who's given that out. Mobeen is still out there. Punya, meanwhile, will have to walk back. It's 122 for 8. slower delivery from Lukman. Asrat Lukman, he's definitely high on confidence. And one of the reasons for that is because he's been selected for the ILT20.
Well, he's been doing really well in the T10 and T20 formats here in domestic cricket. So I think he's deserved that opportunity because he's been a good all-rounder with the bat as well. Scored a couple of very good 50s in the last few weeks for his domestic team.
It's a hard hitter of the cricket ball. Meanwhile, they're looking for another second. This time, Yasir Kaleem is not able to collect it cleanly. The ball just flying off the wicket.
Yeah, he was pointing at a spot right in front of him. I think the ball just bounced a bit too much. Wasn't expecting it to come at that height. Yeah, right on the edge of that strip and actually turned away.
Quicker this time. It's gone high up in the air. No timing whatsoever. Easy as it gets. Another wicket down. It's Malik who will have to walk back, and Lukman gets his second.
A very good captaincy from Fayaz, keeping that mid off in the circle, going for the shorter length delivery. And Adil Malik, well, he gets a simple chance. He's taken two very good catches today. And Abdul Malik has to walk back for just 2 runs. 124 for 9 now, Dubai, with 7 more deliveries to come. Ahmed Shafiq to face Hazrat Lukman. Dot ball to end the over. Very good spell from Lukman. Comes to an end. 25 of 4 overs, picking up 2 wickets. Dubai 124 for 9 with 1 more over to go.
One 24 for 9. Last over in progress. It's Karnal Zahid who will be bowling his third. Gets a good delivery, Fuller, and almost on the stumps. Was that slower from Zahid?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a slower cutter. Beats Mubin. Just rolling his fingers. Very well bowled. And it has... I think if there was DRS, there would have been a slight bump. Because I think it nicked the stumps. That was how close it was. Oh, full toss. Big appeal. I think he's gotten an inside edge. Karnal Zahid. Surprising though, he's not bowled a full quota today.
Well, I think the spinners have done really well today, and that's why they didn't feel the need to get Zahid complete his 4. We'll have to look at the bowling scorecard, check who's actually bowled his 4th over. Will be interesting. But right now he's bowled well. I think overall we know he's quick, and he's also very smart in terms of deciding and choosing what kind of delivery to bowl when. That is why he's so effective.
I must have been very disappointed. That first game against Fujairah picked up a 5 for Colonel Zahid, but unfortunately Sharjah was on the losing side. Quicker delivery again. Ahmed Shafiq missing it. They're both teammates, play for the same club. All three of them actually. Colonel Zahid, Ahmed Shafiq, and then the ball landing in Yasir Kaleem's gloves.
That's right. Play for the same club. Right now, playing against each other. The men in blue all lined up, ready to go for the second innings. But it's all about the runs on the board. I think they are 20-25 runs below par. 145, 150 would have been an ideal score for Dubai. Mind you, they've got a very good bowling lineup. Ahmed Shafiq, the man on your screens with the bat right now, he's going to be a very important cog in that bowling lineup for Dubai.
Yeah, the spinners are going to play a key role. Goes for the wild hoik in the air again. Another simple catch taken. It's Adil Malik once more. He's had a good day in the field. Catching practice for him. And Dubai have been shot out for 125 runs. Below par score, you have to say.
Oh yes, absolutely below par, and Sharjah will go into that dugout believing that they can chase this total down. It's going to be an important win for Sharjah if they chase that total. But I think it's been a good start, a good first innings for the men in red. Yes, they know they are in the driver's seat, and Dubai, the men in blue, are on the back foot right now. They'll have to bowl really well to defend that total of 125. But overall, it has been a clinical performance from the men of Sharjah. So the men in red all relaxed and very happy because the kind of performance that they have shown, it is going to be a second innings run chase where Sharjah will go in as favourites. That's the batting card for Dubai. In that first innings, Sharjah winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. Ronak Panoli scoring 22 of 12. He's got starts in this tournament, just hasn't been able to convert them into big scores. Aryan also scoring 28 of 27. Taimur scoring 10 of 13. 21 of 13 for Shahid. That was a surprise promotion for Shahid there, and he definitely got some important runs. But other than that, Ramiz, Punya, Safir, Imran not being able to contribute with the bat, and the tail also not wagging for Dubai. In the end, they managed to get to 125 in 19.5 overs. Looking at the bowling card for Sharjah, almost everybody was very economical, very clinical. They got wickets as well. The most expensive of them was Hafiz Almas, who bowled 1 over, gave away 11 runs. And the pick of the bowlers was Mohammad Nadeem, again 4 overs, 29 for his 3. 2 wickets for Hazrat Luqman, 1 wicket apiece for Colonel Zahid, Adil Malik and Harsh Desai. 2 extras, so that shows how disciplined their bowling was. And that is why they're now going to chase a below par score of 125 runs. Let's look at the highlights of the first innings, where Dubai were asked to bat first. Ronak Panoli and Aryan Lakra were the men who opened the proceedings for them. They started off well. The first 6 overs definitely belonged to Dubai, the way they started. We know Ronak Panoli and his glorious shots and drives and cuts. But that was another poor shot from him, not being able to connect whatsoever. And a simple catch for Yasir Kaleem. That was the first wicket. And then came Aryan Lakra, who played that shot straight to fine leg. Khalid Shah taking that catch, but was also injured in the process. We saw him in action after some time, but hopefully nothing serious. Brilliant effort there from the captain of Sharjah, Fayaz, to get that run out. A wild swing from Shahid, and that was the wicket for Harsh Desai. Luqman getting the all-important wicket of Ramiz Shehzad, and that is where actually the game turned in favour of Sharjah. That big wicket of Ramiz Shehzad, who couldn't contribute with the bat tonight. The wickets kept falling at regular intervals, and Sharjah made sure that the game was not out of their hands throughout that first innings. A good looking shot from Imran to hit that straight down the ground, But immediately after that, he was looking to go downtown again, but found the fielder at long off. An easy catch for Khalid Shah, and that was the end of the innings for Imran Odi as well. The tail, as we said, couldn't wag in the end and just couldn't get the runs that they needed. As we mentioned, 25 runs short. That was on although Punya Mehra was run out in that, going for that second run, and then the last wicket of Ahmed Shafiq in that over as well. So that's it. Dubai managing to get to 125 in the 20 overs. They couldn't play the complete 20 overs, got out in the last over, and the equation is right now on your screens. Sharjah will need 126 runs to win in their 20 overs at 6.15. We'll bring that run chase to you after a short break, so stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Dubai International Stadium for the Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 2022 powered by FanCode. Match day number 3 and match number 5 in progress. Sharjah v Dubai, the biggest rivalry of them all. But unfortunately, Team Dubai, having been put into bat, just couldn't post a sizable score. Sharjah is going to be chasing 126 in their allotted 20 overs. Joining me in the comm box for the run chase, it's Abdurrahman Tariq. Good evening, Abdurrahman.
Good evening, Ahmed Khwaja, and good evening to all our viewers. This Dubai side, again, a mixture of youth and experience. And they need the experience of the likes of Abdul Malik and Ramesh Shahzad in the field to pull a rabbit out of the hat. 126. Sharjah will fancy the chances here. Khalid Shah, just the 150. And he knows that that stat doesn't do justice to his talent, doesn't he?
Absolutely quality left-handed opener, and Shahid Nawaz yet to have a wicket in D20 so far, but he can change that equation tonight. Here we go. Upish and into the gap towards extra. Big run chase for Taimur Ali. Can he pull up? Oh, he does well. Puts the big dive in, and Khalid Shah will get underway with a good-looking shot. They'll pick up 2.
That was in the air, but in the gap. They went for the 2 catchers at slip. Staggered slip cordon.
Nicely placed in the gap, and Taimur Ali didn't give up on that one. Have to be careful. Oh, that right kneecap just plugging in the surface, but he looks all right. So Khalid Shah is underway. He got out for a golden duck in the first game. That really knocked Sharjah back, but he looks in confident mood tonight. Oh, chased that one outside off. It was there for the taking. Abdurrahman just didn't connect.
Well, just a bit tentative, I have to say. Even that cover drive, more of a check drive from Khalid Shah.
Yeah, he's not the most natural player of the extra cover drive. Likes to cut and pull from the back foot. There's that fly slip and a gully in place for him. So Shahid Nawaz will be looking to push the ball across him. Back of a length. Does get that extra bounce. On the pads this time. Didn't quite offer in a shot, but he's gotten away with it.
Yeah. Very well done by Mr. Gavi Botha. He sent Khalid Shah back. No shot offered. You're not going to get a run for that, Mr. Khalid.
Yeah, he's very lucky that didn't clip his leg stump. So rightly judged there by umpire Botha. Hint of swing there for Shahid Nawaz. And they'll really need to bowl out of the skins here, Abdurrahman.
Shahid Nawaz, Ahmed Shafiq, Aryan Lakra and Abdul Malik. The frontline bowlers have a big role to play here.
Steps out once again, a big slash outside off. Not connecting. The ball will hoop around under lights here at the Dubai International, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, just this spot, right around 6 o'clock all the way to about 8:39. The ball moves quite a bit, batting slightly trickier. And then in the evening, well, we've seen 2 chases finish in 12 overs and 10 overs respectively. I think the best time to bat is in the second half of the second game.
Most certainly a very good toss to win here for Fayaz Ahmed. Outside edge, and has it been taken at gully? What a catch by Punya Mehra.
And Ramesh Shahzad has left that fielder there at gully for that catch, for that outside edge. Fishing at it, Khalid Shah. Again, very tentative in his footwork and his shot making. And a brilliant catch, inches above the ground. Take a bow, Punya Mehra.
That's a stunner. Another outstanding grab here at the D20. Khalid Shah gone for 2. It's 2 for 1. So an early setback here for the men in red. Outstanding captaincy and a sharp catch by Punya Mehra at gully. So immediately Sharjah are under pressure and not a very big run chase. And it's going to be the captain Fayaz Ahmed striding out at one drop.
Again, the think tank just tweaking it a little bit here in Dubai. Abdul Malik not bowling the first over. Shahid Nawaz bowling to the left-hander and the ball moving away, causing some trouble. They've gone with the left-hand, right-hand combination. Sharjah, Fayaz Ahmed coming in at 3 instead of number 4. No Yasser Kaleem.
Yeah, that's a very interesting call. Class player Fayaz Ahmed. Look at that strike rate of 139. That's brilliant. I'm very shocked he doesn't have a 50 to his name, but usually bats in the lower middle order. Upish and in the gap once again towards extra cover. They sold out with the staggered slip cordon like Abdur Rahman mentioned, and Fayaz has just picked the gap for 4.
But you can see the confidence between Fayaz Ahmed and Khalid Shah. Good way to get off the mark. Fayaz through covers for a boundary. Sharjah 6 for 1 in the air, but timed it nicely, and it races away to the boundary. Eventful first over comes to an end. 6 for 1 Sharjah.
So it's going to be Abdul Malik from the com box end. Left arm on a seamer, hits the deck hard. Will get that ball to just tail away from the right-hander. Zainullah looked impressive in that short innings he played on the opening day of the D20. And letting that go, that's the right approach. You don't really need to go hell for leather. You're only chasing 126, Abdur Rahman.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, this particular field, with the left-hander moving the ball away from Zainullah, I don't see the point of that fielder at short mid-wicket. That's quick change in the field now. They've taken out the first slip and they've brought in that short extra cover fielder. That's a good move.
Oh, he had a dip at that one. Nicely bowled. And yes, we've seen this pitch is not the quickest, has that variable bounce and slightly too paced, so it's not easy to drive on the up.
Yeah, just a reminder again, we're on a fresh wicket today. The leftmost of those strips in the middle.
Yeah, we had 4 matches on the previous one, now changed. Squeezed away, trying to glide that behind point, but the fielding from Team Dubai, as you expect, is very sharp.
Yeah, Imran Odi at point. They've got Punya Mehra as well. Aryan Lakra at that gully position. And Ramesh Shahzad is at mid-off. Ronak Panoli at short extra cover. So that offside field with the best of the lot in terms of fielding capability.
Yeah, very good fielder, Ronak. Absolutely. Good to have him in that attacking position. They've changed the field around now. The deep find comes in. And the square leg, who is next to the leg umpire, goes out. So perhaps a short ball or a double bluff. Zainullah does like that pull shot. Outside edge towards deep third, but it will drop in front of him.
Chasing the ball again. Zainullah very lucky. These are big, big boundaries. 68 meters in front and on the square.
And you can see that all 6 state sides are being tested here, playing on this tough pitch at the Dubai International. They're not straightforward roads or flat tracks where you can just plonk your front foot down and hit through the line. You have to apply yourself, show some quality, show how rigid your technique is, how solid it is.
That's good to see. I have to say that. On a diet of flat tracks here in the domestic circuit.
Absolutely. There's been hint of swing as well. It's hard to play those horizontal bat shots or those front foot drives. The spinners have been very, very effective. Plenty of spin on offer, turn and bounce. So it's not going to be 200 plus scores just yet. Even 140, 150 can be very tough to gun down. And even this 126 is looking tricky right now. Short ball and nicely executed. No, it's too short there. Right idea, wrong execution.
Slightly higher than what he wanted it. Pitching it short, Abdul Malik. He has a good bouncer. Catches you by surprise. Yeah, good call by the leg umpire.
Yeah, he's a handy option to have in your side. Both solid left arm seam and can hit the ball well as well, especially versus spin. Attempted Yorker, nice change up, but Fayaz Ahmed just clips it to bid on for a single to keep the strike. 9 for 1 at the end of 2 overs. Shahid Nawaz continues. Oh, that one just didn't get to Fayaz Ahmed. There was through his shot early. Once again, that two-paced nature of this track.
You have to spend some time on the crease, get used to that wicket. Not easy to come in and play your shots from ball one. That must have hurt.
Yeah, and he's a wicket they cannot afford to lose. If Fayaz Ahmed goes early, then this Sharjah batting lineup will be under a lot of pressure, even though they've got the likes of Yasir Kaleem still to come. But you do feel they need this man to bat the majority of the overs. Back cut in the air. Once again, not quite connected. And Zainullah, well, he was out for a stroll there. Where were you going?
Well, off the back foot, so there's no way Fayaz Ahmed is going for that single. And Zainullah, well, he wants to get on strike.
Once again, those horizontal bat shots, not easy to play. It was uppish, just like that cover drive he played to get off the mark. And Zainullah was gone. What was he doing there? Very casual. You don't expect that from a young cricketer.
A good game awareness by Imran Hudi, targeting the stumps, keeping him honest. Change of angle now. Abdul Malik coming around the wicket.
Flicked in the air over mid-wicket with the swing. And there's nobody on the leg side at all. Easy boundary for Fayaz Ahmed.
I beg your pardon, it's Shahid Nawaz, not Abdul Malik. I'm not a big fan of this change of angle. Taking the ball away from the left-hander. Already has a wicket to his name. You have the slip fielders. Why would you bowl to his strengths? Why would you bowl towards his pads?
Yeah, floaty delivery. Not much juice behind it. And looks like Fayaz Ahmed has had enough of that stick. Change of bat required. And Aryan Lakra, well, he's a bit of a connoisseur, isn't he?
Well, I'm sure he's going to ask Fayaz to give it to him. I'll get it repaired for you and never see the bat again.
Well, don't expose Aryan Lakra's dark secrets. And let's see. Need somebody to get it out there. Irfanullah Khatak making the long journey out to the middle. That will get him warmed up. It is quite chilly out there, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, it is. You can see almost everyone wearing those sleeveless sweaters.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we've gone back to our classic colors here in this D20. Sharjah in their iconic red and black. Dubai in dark blue. And of course, Emirates blue in their sky blue colors. Back of a length and right out of the middle of this new stick.
Yeah, I would love that. Getting the middle of the bat, even though it's a dot ball. Just getting behind that ball and showing it the full face of the bat gives the batsman confidence.
And of course, you can live stream all of the action of the Emirates D20 on the CricTracker channel on YouTube, ball by ball coverage, and of course, the fan code app. So get on it. The top 100 players in the UAE, divided between 6 state sides, competing here for the glory, for the bragging rights. Well bowled there from Shahid Nawaz. Now he's found that right length once again.
And again, very interesting to see that ball tailing in. He got the left-hander out with that outswinger. And now change of angle and change of approach. Maybe that's the idea against Fayaz. You don't want to give him the width. Very strong square of the offside Fayaz with those cover drives and that cut shot as well.
Once again, there's that catching extra cover, catching mid-wicket. Waiting for that uppish flick. That seems to be the plan for Shahid. Pulled away. There is a deep square leg. And he takes a brilliant catch. Ahmed Shafiq with a blinder.
And the plan has worked. The plan has worked. They were cramping him for room. He went for that shot. And Ahmed Shafiq has taken an absolute blinder of a catch deep at square leg.
Well, we mentioned it's the top 100 players of the UAE because they can take catches like that. Bang! That is absolutely sensational. Dubai get the big fish. Fayaz Ahmed gone for 9. Sharjah reeling at 13 for 2. So they've been rocked early here, Team Sharjah. 13 for 2 at the end of 3. Shahid Nawaz, the destroyer-in-chief, Yasir Kaleem is the new batter in. Number 3 on the non-strikers end for now. Abdul Malik will continue coming around the wicket now to Zainullah as well. Catching Gully in place. Oh, has he edged it? No, that's just seamed off the deck. Wow.
Oh, what a ball. Unplayable. Zainullah trying to go straight down the ground. What has happened right? Oh, just moving away.
Well, this pitch is certainly playing tricks under the ring of fire. Very difficult right now. And even a power-packed side like Sharjah is struggling out here. This 126 is certainly looking 140 plus right now, the way Dubai is bowling.
No.
Down the leg side, it's a no ball. Well, that is very poor from Abdul Malik.
This is the problem that he has. Trying to go for that extra yard of pace and that front foot going across the line. And a free hit. Zainullah will not mind this one bit.
Well, you just built up a head of steam. You're taking wickets. And then you make this cardinal sin. Yeah, well over. Spot on there, umpire Muhammad Asif. So a free hit for the youngster. Will be looking to cut loose. Deep square leg and deep third in place. Abdul Malik comes over the wicket now. Oh, and it's gone straight up. Plenty of height. Has it got the distance? Just trickling away for a boundary.
Yeah, just had the option to free his arms. No risk there, but he gets all the reward, gets a boundary. Didn't connect it that well. But he won't mind it one bit. 4 runs to Zainullah.
I bowled it a touch full there. Didn't need to bowl that length. But a calculated risk has paid off, and the Sharjah dugout Plenty of applause for the youngster. It's a big opportunity. What a platform it is for him. Very stylish player. Down the leg side, and that's a big wide. Abdul Malik just losing the plot here.
Yeah, he has to support Shahid Nawaz. He has to support the bowler from the other end who's caused all the damage. They need another wicket here. It is a good power play for Dubai so far. But Sharjah has the ability to run away with it.
Well, Abdul Rahman, get your thinking cap on. Who do you introduce into the attack after this over?
Well, I would have introduced Aryan Lakra before Abdul Malik with the two right-handers on strike. And he is a new ball bowler.
Good suggestion. This time going well wide on the offside. And Ramesh Shehzad, well, he's not cutting a happy figure at the moment.
Well, again, as soon as Fayaz Ahmed's wicket had fallen, they had the option to bring in Aryan, two right-handers on the crease, a power play specialist. And Zainullah would have probably chanced his arm against him as well. Abdul Malik is just given away 3 runs for no delivery and a boundary.
And that was the difference. Fayaz Ahmed was very quick to change his bowlers in the power play. Upish, but over cover point. 2 fielders giving chase. So that wasn't quite in control, but when it's that full and that wide, you have to throw your bat at it.
Yeah, not convincing, but he won't mind it. Zainullah is on the move. Was looking very good against Fajera as well, Zainullah. And that is a class bowling lineup.
Yeah, that flick over fine leg for 6 off Junaid Siddiqui. Well, that was a remarkable shot. Using the bowler space against him. Change in the field. There is a deep point now. Out. And they've pulled the square leg into the ring. Slow delivery. Nicely bowled. Good thinking bowling there from Abdul Malik.
Yeah, good tactics. I think that deep cover makes more sense for Abdul Malik, who's trying to keep that ball away from the right-handers. And he needs to get out of this over quickly now, Abdul Malik.
Well, in terms of fast bowling options, Taimur Ali bowls brisk medium pace as well. In these conditions, could be an option. Short ball. That's much more well targeted. And a lot of spin options. Like you mentioned, Aryan Lakra is there. Ronak Panoli is there as well. Who else have they got?
Ahmed Shafiq, a pick of the bowlers in the last game. Getting a lot of turn off this wicket.
Yeah, 3 different kinds of left arm spinners, all of them. Ahmed Shafiq has a very deadly arm ball. Aryan slightly taller. Ronak loves to give it flight, so they can certainly mix it up. But they need to get rid of Yasir Kaleem or Zainullah here early. Oh, played all across that. Just decked away from him. So in the end, he's recovered well with 3 dot balls in a row. 22 for 2. Well, these are our broadcast and streaming partners of the MazaPlay.net Emirates D20. You can watch it on Fan Code in India, Geo Super in Pakistan, and of course, the CricTracker channel on YouTube and Facebook. It's an ITW Prodigy and TPT 360 production for the Emirates Cricket Board. And what a privilege and what an honor it is, Abdul Rahman, for us to be calling this tournament for all the viewers all over the globe.
Yeah, absolutely. The Emirates D20, the premier state tournament here in the UAE. As you were saying, 100 of the best in the UAE playing here.
And that's why we're getting some nail-biting cricket already. And it's just match day 3. Yasir Kaleem, superstar of the UAE domestic scene. This man needs absolutely no introduction. Devastating batter.
Shahid Nawaz will know he has his work cut out. Those outswingers to the right-hander. Could be in a lot of trouble if Yasir Kaleem gets moving.
Right on the money. That's the line you need to bowl to Yasir Kaleem. Middle and off coming into him. Anything that's going away from his bat towards the offside, it's going to disappear.
Yeah, even these deliveries, he has a tendency of just walking back a little bit, going inside out over cover. It is a risky shot, but he backs himself to clear the infield.
And I asked him, how did he develop this incredible striking technique on the offside? He said he played a lot of cricket on matting wickets back home in India. So that's how he's developed this skill. He's a truly unique player. Good looking on drive, but Rambo, aka Ramesh Shehzad, fielding at mid-on.
A lot of players developed their straight game as well because they played gully cricket. You couldn't hit on the right or the left because you would break a window or somebody's car.
Mubin Ali waiting for his opportunity. He bowls a bit of right arm seam as well. Decent pace. So that's another fast bowling option. A well-rounded squad that Dubai have unleashed tonight in the D20. Plenty of bowling options. Pulled away by Yasir Kaleem. There is a deep square leg in place, so he'll get off the mark quite safely.
And Mubin had a indifferent day yesterday. Picked up 2 wickets on 2 deliveries. Zawar Farid, first ball, bowled, but then gave away 20 runs in his last over, and that margin of victory was only 18 runs. How costly was that? So that might be playing in the back of his mind. Don't think they're going to use him as a death bowler today.
Very fine margins in the D20. 1 over, 1 sequence, 1 mistake can cost you the game. The quality of cricket has really gone through the roof here. Nicely driven. Couldn't find the gap though.
Cheers, guys. Very well,
The
guys.
out cricket from Dubai has been very good so far, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, so far so good. Yesterday dropped a couple of catches, gave a few runs off misfields, but today they're looking switched on. Ahmed Shafiq at point this time.
Yeah, he was another option in the power play. Very good with the new ball. Very canny customer. So they certainly have all their bases covered today. Ronak Panoli eagerly waiting for a catch at extra. And he's gone downtown with some authority. Beautiful shot, Zainullah.
Yeah, he's a rare talent, this lad, Zainullah. Looks very good when he gets going. Hitting straight down the ground. And Shahid Nawaz already has 2 wickets to his name in the power play, but he doesn't care.
Took a chance on the length. Through the line on the up. And that's a boundary against any bowler in the world. Very well played. He just about moves into double figures. Has had to work hard for his runs. But that's a shot of some confidence. Rami is now in consultation with his fast bowler. Right, mate, what's the plan? He's already bowled his 3rd over. Will he take a chance and give him a 4th, Abdurrahman? What do you reckon?
No, I think he'll keep 1 over. Maybe if they get an opportunity to get into the tail to clean it up. Shahid Nawaz, very good addition to this Dubai side.
Yeah, he's been in excellent bowling form in the recent domestic tournaments and being rewarded with the call up to the Dubai side. Top edge, just over short fine, just over. And Mubin will not catch up to it. So those 2 boundaries have spoiled a good spell. And Zainullah now looking good. 31 for 2 at the end of 5 overs. Change in the bowling then for the final over of power play, like Abdurrahman was insisting. Aryan Lakra, left arm spinner, brought in. He'll be bowling from the calm box end. Mid-on is up for Yasir Kaleem, very interestingly. Oh, it's a poor delivery, pulled away with some force. And that's an easy boundary for Yasir Kaleem.
Yeah, just bowling a bit too short and quick, Aryan Lakra. The challenge of bowling in the power play as a spinner. Can't toss it up.
Yeah, that was a genuine hit me ball. And Yasir Kaleem didn't need a second invitation. There's a wideish long off and a deep square leg in place for Aryan. Ring field on the offside, so he needs to get it right. Outside off, fullish length. Slightly short, got away with that one.
Getting a lot of bounce on Lakra off this wicket. He'll have to adjust his length very quickly.
Yeah, he's a tall lad, highish arm angle as well. Not so sure about that goatee though. And he sliced it over cover point. You cannot bowl that length to Yasir Kaleem.
Yeah, anything short and wide, outside off stump, and he's going to dispatch it with ease. Hit with a lot of power as well over the infield. Had no intention to keep it down, and he gets a boundary. They've conceded 4 boundaries in 5 deliveries so far, Dubai.
Yeah, this is very poor. They're letting Sharjah pick up a head of steam here. 2 boundaries to Yasir Kaleem. Zainullah as well, looking confident. Upish! And has it been taken? Not so sure. The fielder isn't appealing, Mohammad Imran. And yeah, I think that's just dropped in front of him, Abdurrahman.
Oh yeah, he's a wicket keeper by trade, Imran Odi. Don't think he judged it that well. So lucky Yasir Kaleem.
Yeah, let's take a look here. Upish through the gap. Cover point pierced once again by Yasir Kaleem. Aryan Lakra is hemorrhaging runs.
Threading the needle this time. Again in the air. But he knew where he was playing it. Just finds the gap. And he gets another boundary.
Well, they've just given up all the momentum they were building here. That is just asking to be hit. No chance for the cover or point fielder. And all 3 deliveries have been, all 3 boundaries have been off half trackers. And he's bowled him this time. A couple of inches fuller. And it's done the business. Huge wicket for Dubai here.
Well, he has conceded 12 runs, but I tell you what, Aryan Lakra would not mind that one bit because they have taken Yasir Kaleem out of the equation. This time the ball bouncing just a little bit more than I think Yasir Kaleem was expecting. Flicking the top of off stump. A big breakthrough in the power play. 43 for 3 now, Sharjah. Yasir Kaleem walking back for 13.
Well, it's been a very eventful power play so far. Brilliant catch taken at gully by Punya Mehra to dismiss Khalid Shah. Fayaz Ahmed stroking a few classy boundaries. This one through extra. And then that drop kick over mid-wicket. Nobody there on the leg side to catch up to it. But Shahid Nawaz kept insisting. And take a look at this catch. Brilliant by Ahmed Shafiq. Abdul Malik was slightly errant. Zainullah taking a liking to his bowling. That free hit was dispatched to long on for 4. And then this shot on the off beautifully hit down the ground. Took a chance. And then this scoop just over the fine leg. Poor delivery. And then it was Aryan Lakra bowling the final over of power play. Got smacked for a few boundaries by Yasir Kaleem. But eventually did get one to sneak through and cleaned up right on the final delivery of power play. So once again, the match is in the balance as Mohammad Nadeem comes out at 5. Tell us more about him, Abdurrahman.
Well, Mohammad Nadeem has been one of the players of the season in domestic cricket. Hard-hitting batsman. Has 100 of just 21 deliveries.
Well, that is scary indeed. Ahmed Shafiq, another quality left-arm spinner, and look at that. Brilliant fielder of his own bowling. And there's a slip in place as well.
Yeah, good to see that from Ramesh Shahzad. Still on the attack. They're not defending a lot of runs. They can't bowl out the full 20 overs. They have to take all 10 wickets.
Trying to cut that away behind point, but there's plenty of personnel in blue on the offside. I think Nadeem batting at 5 though. I think he's a touch too low in the order. I'd like to see him at 4 behind Yasir Kaleem. Fayaz Ahmed as the anchor at 5. Tucked into the leg side. And they're going to push for 2. They'll stick to one. What do you think about that, Abdurrahman?
Yeah, I think the only change they made was Khalid Shah's wicket, bringing in Fayaz Ahmed just to keep that left-hand, right-hand combination going. And you're right, Nadeem has been batting at number 3 or 4 for his club side and scoring a lot of runs. But he's a very capable guy. He's in the 6th over, so he has a lot of time as well.
Most certainly need an innings from him. This match is teetering on the knife edge. Oh, cut aerial in the air. If that point fielder was a half a yard in, that would have been a catch.
You have to get him out early. Mohammad Nadeem is a bit iffy when he starts off his innings. Once he gets settled in, he's very, very dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely unstoppable when in full flow. Foolish delivery in Ahmed Shafiq. He's bowling a gem of an over so far, mixing it up beautifully.
Right, let's see if they continue with spin though.
Big shot over extra cover and just dropping in front of the fielder, Punya. Was that a catch, Abdurrahman?
I think it was. I think he picked it very late, Punya Mehra. Already has a good catch to his name. As he grasped this match, Nadeem, a big wicket in the context of this run chase. Well, that's the end of over number 7. Then another eventful over, 45 for 3.
Well, there you go then. The T20. The T20 extravaganza starts on the 13th of January right here at the Dubai International under the Ring of Fire. Pick your sides, pick your loyalties, because it's going to be a cracker, Abdurrahman.
It is, and a lot of the UAE players are going to be part of these teams as well. Exciting time for them. Such a big franchise tournament in the UAE.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to see the likes of Aryan Lakra, Ronak Panoli in action in the T20. Mohammad Wasim, Britya Arvind, Chirag Suri, Karthik Mayappan, Akif Raja, Junaid Siddiqui, Mohammad Jawadullah as well, young firebrand left arm pacer. Super exciting times for cricket in the UAE. Pulled away just over the mid-wicket. Oh, that ball had some hang time, as did the mid-wicket fielder. That would have been a sensational grab once more.
Yeah, just a few inches away from Ahmed Shafiq again. He's been in the action the whole day.
They're really struggling to get the ball away from the 22 yards. Up his shot, over wide-ish long off. No struggle this time for Nadeem. That's a huge 6.
Well, that's a Mohammad Nadeem special. If you've seen him play domestic cricket, you know what he's capable of. Off the back foot, over long on, in the second tier.
Remarkable hit. Like you mentioned, off the back foot. This monster from Miyawali. Take a look at that. That's a difficult shot to play, Abdurrahman.
That's all power. Brute strength. There's nothing in the coaching manual that says you can execute that. And he has done it.
At long last, the 50 is raised. But I don't think Dubai will mind if Nadeem plays his shots. With risk, there is opportunity. But Aryan is proving to be slightly expensive here. He's been belted for 3 boundaries and a 6. And of course, there was this moment earlier on. Abdurrahman, what do you think?
Well, let's see. Let's have a look. He's judged it. He wasn't late. Just about. Misjudged the dip on the ball, Punya Mehra.
Yeah, that's an opportunity grasped. And to this man, giving him a second chance is like shooting yourselves in the foot.
Twice.
Meanwhile, Zainullah, cautious innings, 17 of 19. As long as he's there, I think Sharjah will feel relatively relaxed. But they do need a partnership here. It's a runner ball required, 72 of 72. They struck him on the pad, just perhaps trailing down leg. Oh, and that's hit the fleshy part of his knee there. That's gonna sting. Hopefully he'll be all right to continue. Let's take a look here. What happened? Just that drifting armor fired in. Oh, that's hit him in the groin. That is certainly going to knock the wind out of him. 54 for 3.
Come on, guys.
Good to see Zainullah able to continue after getting the wind knocked out of him. Ahmed Shafiq, very miserly first over. Long off long on deep mid wicket, deep square leg in place. And it's a big shot from Nadeem once again off the back foot. It's a Titanic 6.
Well, you can't toss it up to him because he's got power to burn Mohammad Nadeem. He doesn't need to use his feet, just off the back foot again, this time over long on for a maximum.
You miss your length, the ball will be dispatched. And I don't agree with this move to bowl spin from both ends here, Abdurrahman. You need to introduce a fast bowler against Nadeem.
Yeah, maybe bring in Mubin Malik. Probably a better option. Ahmed Shafiq under the pump from ball 1 now.
Well, Shahid Nawaz, he's taking a guided tour of the Dubai International seats. Oh, and he's found the ball. Well done. Sometimes it can be a bit of where's Wally in those big stands, but he's found it in good time.
Yeah, the seats as well. Light blue, dark blue. Not easy to pick that white ball between them or under them for that matter.
And I must compliment and salute the Emirates Cricket Board. They want our boys to be ready and raring to go in the ILT20. That's why we've hosted the Emirates D20 right here at the Dubai International. Big shot once again. Back-to-back sixes, Mohammad Nadeem.
Well, he has a record of, I think, 43 runs in 1 over. Mohammad Nadeem against the spinner. They've missed a trick here.
He is taking the game away by half a dozen, one after the other. Belted hard. That is a 6 probably on any ground in the world. And they're just feeding him spin. This is a critical error by Team Dubai. This time, bit of a hoik. But when you're batting on 22 of 9, nobody will bother you about that.
2 sixes of the first 2 deliveries. They can take their time now. Just milk the bowler. 4 singles from here would mean 12, 16 runs off the over.
Yeah, Zainullah can afford to just relax. No need to worry about his strike rate when Nadeem is smashing the ball into the stands, catching mid-wicket in place and a catching extra. Oh, and he wants a piece of the action as well, but a safe single down the ground. So what would be the bowling change you would make here, Abdurrahman?
I don't think they have a lot of options.
One wicket, guys.
Either it's Mubin Malik or Abdul Malik, one of the two that they bring in against Mohammad Nadeem.
I would take a chance and bowl out the final over of Shahid Nawaz. Tell him to pepper him with the short ball, take a mid-wicket and square leg. Maybe you can hold out. Otherwise, this man is on a mission to crush sixes at the Dubai International at will.
Well, he's in a hurry, that's for sure. He needed that one opportunity. Mohammad Nadeem, 28 of 10. What a counter-attack by the right-hander.
Well, that's why I call him the monster of Miyawali. Look at those sixes. This time, more towards the leg side. He said, see ya. One-way ticket out of Dubai Sports City. And fetch that if you can. Sensational hitting. Ahmed Shafiq only conceded 2 runs in his first over and he's blasted for 20 now.
Last ball, last ball. Can he get a wicket here? They wouldn't mind that 20 if they can get Nadeem out.
Oh, just turning away there, just turning away. Good delivery to respond after the 6. 74 for 3 at the end of 9. So like you mentioned, Abdurrahman, they will be introducing Seam into the attack in the form of Mubin Ali. But is it too little too late now?
28 of 11. What a counter attack this from Nadeem against Ahmed Shafiq, the best bowler in the Dubai lineup. You have to say that. Picked his bowler.
Yeah, sometimes it's harsh to criticize the captain. Down the leg side, trying to just paddle it around the corner. But Ramesh Shehzad should have known how strong Nadeem is against spin. And I think he made a mistake there.
Well, that was the last ball of Ahmed Shafiq's over. Oh no, I thought I heard something.
Yeah, just turning over the bat there. Safir Tariq was not interested at all. Upish! Oh, just dropping in front of the point. Once again, that two-paced nature of this wicket.
Yeah, they've been very lucky as well. Zainullah and Nadeem just falling short of those fielders, especially at point. Both of them gave an opportunity. Ronak Panoli, he's a good fielder, good catcher as well.
Oh, big shot, but it's gone straight up. Keeper settling underneath it. Safir Tariq gets the grab, and Mubin Ali only took 2 deliveries to strike. Another big moment in the game.
Yeah, good bowling change this from Ramiz, bringing in the pacer, and he's delivered. Zainullah trying to go straight, getting the bottom of the bat high up in the air. Safir Tariq calling out loudly. The man with the gloves always in a better position to take the catch. Sharjah lose their 4th wicket at 75. Zainullah who walks out 18 of 23 deliveries. Well, we're back after a short drinks break. And to take you to the end of the innings, it will be Shoaib Ahmed and Mohammad Rashid.
Thank you, Abdur Rahman and Ahmed Khwaja. Entertaining first half of this game. Still in the balance, I would say. 4 wickets down, Sharjah. They've got that danger man, Nadeem, still out there in the middle. And Dubai will want to see his back as soon as possible if they want to win this game. Or else, Nadeem will finish things off in a hurry the way he's batting. I've got with me in the comm box Rashid. Rashid, happy with the performance so far from Dubai?
Thank you, Shoaib. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's been quite an entertaining first half, as you mentioned. 4 wickets, 75 runs. What more can you ask for?
Yes, I think that could have been 5. A catch from Punya Mehra. Difficult one, but we expect him to take those catches. The kind of fielder he is. But having said that, now 51 needed of 62 deliveries, so that equation is very much in control for Sharjah. But it's a matter of wickets. The only way Dubai can win this game is if they take wickets.
Certainly. And you're right. I think that catch would play an important role. That drop catch, actually, would play an important role. I think Nadeem, after that drop catch, has scored 28 runs in those 10 or 11 deliveries. And like Ahmed and Abdurrahman were talking about the spinner, I think that's the spinner created that chance at that. So I wasn't very impressed with what they said.
Played up and over the backward point fielder. Chase for the deep third. Football skills coming in. And he's managed to keep that ball in the field of play. Yes, 2 spinners bowling in tandem. Not a very unusual sight. We've seen that quite a few times. And I think had that catch been taken, it would have been a different scene, a scenario altogether.
Shahid Nawaz doing that fielding there. And absolutely, I think most of the teams in those middle overs, they have spin twins bowling, which was the case here as well. With that, it's the end of 10 overs with Sharjah at 78 for the loss of 4 wickets.
So
Right. We've got Alain Farms, made with love locally, one of our sponsors.
well, definitely a great support from our sponsors. Wouldn't have been possible without their support. So again, thanking you. Halfway mark, Sharjah, 78 for 4. Now you feel, Rashid, those 20, 25 runs, 145, 150 would have been a different scenario altogether.
Certainly, and we were talking about that during the break, and we thought that Dubai was 15 odd runs short. But I think that Ahmed Shafiq over where Nadeem just tonked him for 3 sixes. That's caught behind. That was a wayward delivery, and Amjad Gul has been caught behind.
Well, he can't believe himself. Gavi Botha thinks there was a bat involved and appealed straight away from the bowler. Now that was very close to the, yes, there is a deflection of the gloves. Amjad Gul wouldn't have felt that. But Safir Tariq and Abdul Malik definitely knew there was a glove involved. And again, a very good decision from the umpire, Gavi Botha.
Absolutely, and I love the way Safir Tariq covered that ground and took that catch. That wasn't coming slow. Amjad Gul gone for 1, facing 5 deliveries. Sharjah in a spot of bother here. 78 for the loss of 5 wickets.
So it's Adil Malik who's been sent to bat at number 7, number 5. 5 down. Adil Malik playing his first D20. Saw him in the D10, if I'm not wrong. That surname will ring a bell. Adil Malik, brother of Shoaib Malik, the legend of Pakistan cricket. And this time again, Malik is trying to be cheeky here, not the batter but the bowler. Trying to get another wicket down the leg side.
He won't get that every day. As you see here, that was very wayward. I think Malik trying to get Malik out.
Yes, Malik to Malik. Now he'll have a big role to play, Adil Malik. He's got the reputation of an all-rounder. Edged! Is it taken? Yes, it is. Is it given? We'll have to wait. Well, Adil Malik is already walking out, so no need for the umpire to raise his finger. Number 6 down. And, well, Malik has got the wicket of Malik.
What a great delivery that was. Look at that swing. Look at that swing he's got. And it's the 11th over. So that's very good bowling there and a very good change, I must say, by Ramesh Shahzad. Even though, before that, let's talk about Adil Malik, who's gone on a golden duck. He hasn't scored a run. Coming back to Ramesh Shahzad, I think Abdul Malik got a few runs in his last over, but still giving him that opportunity, I think that's a very confident move.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We'll talk about that. 79 for 6. $79 for 6 in 10.3. 2 wickets in this over. And now Sharjah are in some trouble. Not a spot of bother, but a big spot of bother. We're talking about Adil Malik, who's out for a duck, and the bowler Malik, Abdul Malik, was given another over after being hit for some runs in the previous one, and he has returned that faith with 2 wickets in this over.
So we've got Hafiz Almas replacing Adil Malik. 27 runs in the sole match he's played. 135 runs. 135 strike rate he's got, and I think he's got potential as well.
You've seen him play. Rashid, tell us a little bit more about Almas Hafiz. That's the wicket of, no, in fact, that was the last ball that was left alone by Almas. So tell us a little bit about Almas and his batting.
Hafiz Almas has stuck on the scene through the last domestic tournament we've seen, and he's made an impact straight away, and there were quite a few teams who wanted to get him on board. He's got a very decent medium pace bowling, and he bats well as well.
Handy all-rounder to have, and he'll have a big role now to play in this run chase. Let's look at that wicket of Adil Malik, who's out for a golden duck. Let's look at that wicket again. That angle, and as you rightly mentioned, some movement in the air. That is where the trouble was for Adil Malik, and immediately looking back at the keeper, that's a big sign. He didn't wait for the umpire signal. He knew that it is out, and he just walked out. But a good over in progress, and that has brought Dubai back in the game. Shot ball, pulled well. They will be looking for 2. No, they'll settle for 1. End of the 11th over. Successful over from Abdul Malik comes to an end. It's 81 for 6.
You need something, Naveed? You need something? आपको चाहिए कुछ? तो ले लो अब.
11 overs, 81 for 6. Now, this 45 runs that are needed in 54 deliveries are almost like 60 runs on this wicket, isn't it, Rashid?
Absolutely. I think the wicket has slowed down quite a bit. But Nadeem, as we've seen, is playing on a different surface altogether. He's belted all the bowlers.
Yes, 31 of just 13 deliveries. He's the man who can win it for Sharjah or lose it for Sharjah. Depends on his approach for those remainder of 45 runs. That's sensible.
Straight away, he's got an off strike and rotated that strike. As we were talking about those runs and the balls remaining, I think Sharjah has got this in the bag. Even though they've lost those two quick wickets, but if they play sensibly, I think it'll be it should be an easy chase for them.
Yes, it is Sharjah's game to lose from here on because it's very difficult for Dubai to win this game. So they'll have to just keep it calm and try to take this till the last over, Dubai. And if they can do that, they might just create an upset in this game because 140, we've seen that in the last two games, hasn't been able to chase when it's a day game. The first game is difficult. Is it going to be history repeating itself in this game?
We've seen weirder things happening in this game, in this game of cricket, and I still think anything can happen. Although Sharjah has got the upper hand, but if Dubai can get Mohammad Nadeem out, I think that will be the player to get out right now.
Oh yes, how do they get him out is the question now. Do they have a plan in place? They've got 4 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. We look at the field right now. You can see Almas is happy to just nudge it towards backward point and take a single, bring Nadeem on strike. So they'll have to think about a plan of how to contain Nadeem, because if they can do that, Nadeem will get itchy to score big, and that's when they'll have the opportunity of taking a wicket.
Absolutely, and I think Hafiz Almas is doing the right thing. He's just making sure that he rotates that strike.
Ronak seems to have hurt himself in that backward point region. Dive to his left. Oh, he's in some pain.
Looks like he's struggling a bit. I think it's his elbow, which hit the ground as he was trying to field that ball. I hope it's not too bad.
Well, Shahid is suddenly turned into a physio out there, rubbing and massaging Ronak Panoli, but I think he should leave it to the experts. Some medical attention for Ronak Panoli. Let's look at that in the replay again. What exactly panned out at that backward point region? Yeah, dived onto his left, and you can immediately see him in some pain. Yeah.
I think he's got a cut there, which is stinging him right now.
Looks like that. Not great news, but he's smiling, so that is good to see. 83 for 6. .3 overs outside off this one from Mubin. Happy to take a single.
Right. Talking about that plan we were discussing, I think they should have a plan against Mohammad Nadeem, which is not actually. They don't seem to have a plan in mind. That ball was a bit wide. I think they was just trying to get away from Nadeem, not get hit for a boundary. Mubin in that last delivery.
Ken outside off. So Mubin bowling with a plan towards the shorter boundary. I thought he'll be bowling on the stumps and make Nadeem and Almas play towards the bigger part of the boundary, but clearly they've got different plans.
I think Mubin has been very successful with his slower deliveries on the stumps, and he's surprised quite a few batsmen with those slower deliveries. He hasn't bowled that as yet, which I think they're missing a point there.
And there is a slower delivery immediately as soon as you discuss about that skill that he has. That's a good ball, and the key, like you mentioned, was it was on the stumps. So you miss, I hit kind of a strategy coming in from Mubin. End of the 12th over, 84 for 6. Abdul Malik continues his 4th over, last over of his spell. So he'll not be bowling in the death, that's for sure. And there won't be any death overs to bowl if Nadeem is out there in the middle.
Absolutely, and I think that's why Ramiz has just taken off those spinners. As long as Nadeem is going to be there, I don't think we're going to see any spinners bowling. He's got enough faster bowlers.
I think that's been the plan after being hit for some runs. Ahmed Shafiq, I think that belief in the spinners is gone out of the window. And you're right, because the fast bowlers have been able to contain Nadeem in the last few overs. Hasn't been on strike for too long, but whatever we've seen of Nadeem so far, he looks to be very comfortable against the spinners.
Absolutely, very well pointed out there. I think he gets a little more time when the spinners are bowling the slower deliveries. He gets more time to go into the back foot. That's where he's scored most of his runs, on the back foot. Even though they were in his zone, he's gotten onto the back foot and he's tonked them over long on and long off.
You're right. And I think that is why, as a spinner, you need to bowl him a lot fuller. This one's been bowled towards the first slip. Big wide from Abdul Malik. So as a spinner, you need to make him play on his front foot. That was an easy decision for Gavi Botha. We'll have to bowl that again. 7 extras already. And Sharjah in that first innings bowled only 2 extras. So that could also be a big difference.
Absolutely, and low scoring games, you always want to make sure that you don't give away too many extras. But Abdul Malik a bit wayward here. He's getting that hint of away movement, I think, which is very impressive. But he hasn't been able to get that control, and those extras would hurt Dubai.
That was a good delivery. Again, just a similar delivery to the one that he bowled to Adil Malik. Got that outside edge. And you're right, when you have a low total on the board, you don't want to give away too many extras. Punya Mehra on your screens right now.
Looking a bit sheepish there.
I think he'll be disappointed with that catch drop.
So as we see, Abdul Malik is getting a bit of a away swing. Would you want to keep a slip? Would you want to take that chance if you were Ramiz?
A difficult situation to be in as a captain. You don't know whether you want to attack or you want to take the game deep. I would not mind keeping a slip for Almas because he's the new batter out there in the middle. So maybe a slip wouldn't be a bad idea for him. Now they've got a slip in place, so well done. Almost a fly slip there, and he bowls a short ball, Abdul Malik.
So double bluff in picture.
Last ball of the over. There you can see a flying slip or a gully maybe in place.
Straight away we see that outside off stump channel, and a very successful over, I must say, for Dubai. Not giving away too many runs, just one extra and the single run. With that, it's the end of the over number 13. Sharjah 86 for the loss of 6 wickets.
86 for 6, and that's the score distribution. 40 dot balls so far. So it's what, 78 deliveries that have been bowled so far, and 40 of them have been dot balls. That shows you the nature of the pitch, and it's not easy to score runs.
What would be hurting Dubai right now is those 4 6s which Nadeem has hit. I think that is the difference between the two teams. Dubai played a similar kind of game, and but they didn't get those 4 6s which Nadeem has got.
Yes, you're right. That one over from Ahmed was taken for some runs, and that has given them that cushion for Sharjah. Outside off, again a wide. The extras are definitely going to hurt Dubai.
They have managed to get that required run rate to kind of a 6. It was more towards that 5-ish requirement, but it's gone up to almost 6 runs and over, which is a good thing. I think they've got that in control. But like we were talking, they've got a plan in place. So they've got that gully position, and they're bowling that outside off stump channel. Here we see Mubin targeting those stumps, like you were mentioning, that he needs to make sure that he comes onto the stumps and let them hit towards the longer boundary.
Oh yes, absolutely, and it also will add some more pressure on both these batters who are happy to take singles at the moment. So if you are on the stumps, they'll be a lot more cautious about where they need to play. Quite a few players inside the 30-yard circle, so you've got a gully in place. The short cover is well inside the 30-yard circle. Ramesh Shehzad is out there. Now that is not a great ball from Mubin. He's lucky to have not given that as a wide. Oh yes, I think that's just plain luck for Mubin.
That was very close. But with the new rules coming in, I think that was in the reach of the batsman, which is why the umpire has made sure that he doesn't give it as a wide. So that was a good call, I think.
I think so. Yeah. That's nicely played. Just nudged it towards the backward square leg again. Just that single, so that equation is now reached almost 6. A runner ball from here on. So Dubai trying to take the game deep, and so is Sharjah at the moment.
Sharjah is happy to take those singles and nudge it around. But as long as they've got this man, Nadeem, in the middle, I think they will be very comfortable.
I want to see who are the fast bowlers who will be bowling the death overs. Because looks like, oh, that's a poor delivery, a slow full toss, a juicy full toss, and Nadeem will get that all-important boundary that will release some pressure off Team Sharjah and off Nadeem as well. Poor delivery and great execution.
Absolutely, he's made the most out of it. As soon as he saw that, he's read that slower delivery and he's made sure he plays it in the gap. So that was the important point here.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think with the fielders inside the 30-yard circle, it's important that you place the shot, and he's done that pretty well. So 4 important runs off that target. Now 33 of 37. Oh, slapped again. The fielder is inside the 30-yard circle. No chance for him. And another boundary coming in for Sharjah and for Nadeem. Back-to-back boundaries to end the 14th over. And Sharjah are now 97 for 6. .97 for 6 after 14. Though that's the bowling combination that has been used. 5 bowlers. Nudged again for a single. Looking for 2. Will be a single only. Yeah, so that's the bowling card. Shahid has got another over left. But who else? Mubin has got another over. So the spinners will come into play. And that is what the Sharjah is looking for. They'll wait till they get those spinners in. Oh, good ball. A very good ball. That's a great delivery from Shahid. And Nadeem is very watchful, allows it to go into the hands of the keeper.
I think Sharjah would also be looking at that. Look at that delivery. That hint of away movement. That was really well bowled. Even got Nadeem by surprise there. He's already on 44, and he was baffled by that delivery. But like we were saying, we were talking. I think Sharjah also knows that Dubai is going to be will not have too many fast bowlers left to bowl in the end.
Oh, yes. That is what they'll be waiting for. Interesting. Very interesting. Need a wicket right now, Dubai, to get back into the game. As of now, it's a very comfortable situation to be in. 2 quick runs taken, and not great backing up by Shahid. He should have been on the stumps waiting for that throw to come, but he was very complacent, happy to give those 2 runs.
That was a bit sloppy, I think. That could have been a chance. A bit more effort there, and look at that. Running the first one really hard. Ramiz doing the cleanup, and that was not a very bad throw. I think that would have been very close. Shahid missing that delivered ball. And again, similar kind of a delivery, that away swing, but straight to the fielder. Sharjah would be very happy if they can, just see off these faster bowlers. And I'm sure Nadeem would be waiting for those spinners to come back in. And once he gets, he's already got his eye in, I think. And I'm sure he would want to finish this game in a hurry.
Yes, they'll not want to take it till the last over. And also the net run rate, Rashid, that's also going to be on the minds of the Sharjah think tank. It's a round robin tournament. 2 matches against each other. So that net run rate will be a big factor going into the later part of the tournament.
Especially both these teams coming off a loss in the last game. I think they haven't opened their accounts in terms of their point table. So they will be very, eager to get those 2 points on the board.
Oh, yes, absolutely. As of now, it's Sharjah who's got to the 100 runs in the 15th over. 1 more ball to go in the 15th. They'll need 26 more runs in 31 deliveries. And the other team is already out there waiting to get on the field. This is smart, sensible batting from Nadeem. He moves on to 46 as the 15th over comes to an end. Sharjah are 101 for 6.
Right then, we've got a change in the bowling. Spinner comes in, Ahmed Shafiq.
Well, they don't have any option left, do they? I think Ahmed Shafiq, yes, he was taken for some runs, but he also gave just 2 runs in the first over. So if you look at that, I think you need to believe in your bowlers. You need to believe and back them. I think they could have given him 1 more over just to try and take a wicket or 2 there. Nevertheless, now he's been brought into the attack, and it'll be interesting contest between Nadeem and Ahmed.
Absolutely, and I think he should have been given an over from this commentary end, where he would straight away he's gotten that ball to come into him.
Yes, I think that is also a big factor, isn't it? The dimensions of the ground. Now he's bowling from the commentator's end. That is the bigger part on the leg side. That's the first ball. Good ball. Yeah, fuller in length. See, again, you see Nadeem going on the back foot. So he's not a predominantly a front foot player. He likes to go on the back foot. Another single.
Hafiz Almaz doing the right thing there, making sure that he stays till the end with Nadeem and giving as much strike as possible to Nadeem, who's been the run scorer for Sharjah. He's got 47 of 25 deliveries. Talking about Ahmed Shafiq, I think he's a very good bowler. But I think that one over, Ramiz is a bit harsh on him.
Oh no, that's a poor delivery and rightly punished by Nadeem. Gets 4 runs and in the process gets to his 50 as well. What a special innings this is from Nadeem. Came down the order for Sharjah, was in a spot of bother the team, but he steered them to a comfortable position. And this is a magnificent knock under pressure from the man who's in form. 51 of just 26 deliveries, 3 boundaries and 4 sixes with a strike rate of 196 on a wicket that is not favouring the batters as much as you would think. Beautiful shot, 50 runs, and Dubai are now on the back foot. Slower in the air this time, just a single. Smart batting, looking for 2. Yes, no, yes, oh, he's slipped. He's slipped. He's struggling to get there. Oh dear, oh dear. That is a wicket that was never called for. When you are confused, you never go for that second run. Not needed, but Dubai will take that. They'll be happy. They'll be relieved to see a wicket at this point.
This game is playing like a seesaw. And right when Sharjah were very comfortable, trying to go for that double run, and he's slipped. And the fielder doing the right thing, throwing it towards the keeper's end. Oh, even though it was very slow, but he just couldn't get up to his feet.
Oh yeah, he was crawling. He was crawling. Just couldn't get there. You have to feel for Hafiz Almas, who was a good partner for Nadeem, but he'll have to walk back. 5 of 16 deliveries. Sharjah lose their 7th wicket with 108 on the board.
शायद थोड़ा सा अंदर हो जाओ ठीक है
108 for 7 as Harsh Desai comes into bat. A right-handed batter. Finally, we know that for sure, that he's a right-handed batter. I hope he doesn't turn into a left-handed batter if the bowler changes.
Very good opportunity for Harsh Desai. But I think Dubai missing a trick, having only 4 fielders in the circle.
Yeah, they can get one more. But I think it's more about surviving at the moment than thriving. They just want to make sure that they take the game deep as long as they can, get that game into the last over, and then hope that the stars favour them.
So very defensive kind of an approach by Dubai here. At the end of 16 overs, Sharjah at 108 for the loss of 7 wickets. Right, Sharjah requiring another 18 runs of the last 4 overs, 24 deliveries. Brings in Mubin with a change of ends.
Short ball pulled. There is protection in the deep at square leg. Will be a single. So that will bring the new man Harsh on strike. Now is the time to apply some pressure, get some fielders inside the 30-yard circle and not allow Harsh to give the strike back to Nadeem.
Absolutely, and I think this can be the over where they can, bring that required run rate to 6 and over, where they can get the rest of these 5 deliveries as dot deliveries or get a wicket here. Straight away we see a gully or sort of a fly slip and mid off in the circle. We see 5 fielders, a bit aggressive Dubai. Straight away, hit it up in the air. Has it gone all the way? No, it hasn't. Towards that vacant deep point region, and they pick up a couple of runs.
2 important runs, and Harsh is off the mark with those 2 runs. Not the best of timing. You can expect that from a number 9. But he can definitely bat, Harsh. Looks like he's got the technique of a batter. A gully in place again. Nicely pulled and well played by Harsh.
Much better there by Mobeen. I think the last delivery was way outside the off stump and it was easy for any batsman to, just guide it over that point, third man region, which Harsh did easily.
Oh yes, the plan or the instruction should be very plain and simple. Get it on the stumps, especially for somebody like Harsh, and try and get that wicket. Again, short and wide towards the point, a diving effort, gets his hands onto it and will get a single. But again, not a great ball from Mobeen.
Absolutely, a valiant effort there, but that wasn't a very good delivery. Straight away we see that, they pick up a single. But Shoaib, do you think that fly slip, as we look at that replay, that was up in the air and a very, very good try there by Taimur, but just couldn't hold on to it. Talking about that fly slip, would that play a part in the the bowler's mind?
I don't think it should as a bowler. You've got a fly slip, but you need to bowl to a plan. Anywhere close to the off stump is still fine. You can't allow the batsman to free his arms and play the shot that Harsh played, because that's easy for any lower order batter. That's the most easiest of shots, away from your body. Short, you can see the ball nice and clear and just cut it wherever you want to. So anywhere close to the stumps, a little fuller is what I would want Mobeen to be bowling.
Certainly, but having said that, straight away he's come onto the stumps and Harsh has played that well, pick up a single. But when it comes, let's talk about it after the over. 17 done, Sharjah 114 for the loss of 7 wickets.
Seventeen overs. Ahmed is bowling his last over. Slower delivery. Catch it is the call. Fielder is waiting for it, and it's going to be a wicket. This is smart batting, smart bowling, in fact, from Ahmed Shafiq, and great field placement from Ramesh Shehzad. They're not on the boundary ropes. They're at that 70 range, and a good simple catch for Malik. It's a wicket number 8.
I think the difference between what Ahmed Shafiq has been bowling throughout is that he's bowled it really slow in the air. And we've seen throughout, he has been bowling a little quicker to Nadeem. Very good, easy, smooth catch by Abdul Malik, which is the end of Harsh, who's gone for 4, facing 7 deliveries. Sharjah 114 for the loss of 8 wickets.
So it is Hazrat Lukman, 17 matches, 83 runs. He can score runs at a strike rate of 150, which is very good in a T20 format. And we know he can hit the ball. The idea should be to flight it and make him play towards the bigger part of the boundary. Oh, gets the edge. Gets the edge. He's appealing for it, but there was clearly a lot of bat involved. They'll get 2 runs off the edge. No slip in place.
Very interesting. I think we can't blame the captain there. They don't have too many runs to play with. And I don't think any captain in the world would keep a slip in this position. But they pick up 2 very, very crucial runs.
Oh, yes. I just felt that the backward point could have been a little more finer for that edge. Maybe a run saved. Catch it is the call. Oh, he's dropped it. Well, he was there just for that kind of shot. And it was hit straight to him. Yes, he had to dive to his right. We'll look at that in the replay. Oh, that should have been taken. If you want to win tight games like these, you need to take tight catches like these. Flatter this time. Hit hard by Hazrat Lukman. Will get a single.
Very good effort there in the field. Saving a certain boundary, I would say. Getting a hand to that Mohammad Imran. But that catch, that you're absolutely right. If you want to win these games, you have to take those. You have to make those half chances as catches. You have to take those catches.
Just backs out at the last moment. Now Ahmed Shahid, Shafiq, apologies, is bowling his last over. There are 2 more overs to go. Aryan Lakra has 2, but he cannot bowl consecutively. So we'll have to see who bowls that last over. But Ramiz is just trying to work around his resources as much as he can. Wants to take that game deep. Can't blame him as well.
But I think Dubai has missed a point. They've missed a plan here. Mohammad Nadeem, as soon as we see Ahmed Shafiq bowling it fuller and slower, he hasn't played that too well. And straight away, it's hit towards that deep mid wicket, and they pick up 2 easy runs again.
Oh, that could be the third as well. This is what I'm talking about. The basics are not right. Ahmed Shafiq should have been on the stumps waiting for that throw. He just allowed the ball to hit the stumps, and that has given them another additional run. 6 needed of the last 2 overs, 120 for 8.
नीचे मालिक मालिक कैचरा कवर हो रोने मानिए केस करो
Low scoring thrillers. Absolutely mind boggling games. We just love the sport. We fall in love with the sport again. Each and every time we see a game like this. Aryan Lakra has been brought into the attack. First ball. Short and quick.
He's bowled that one more like a medium pacer. So is he covering up for that one fast bowler over?
Looks like that now. He's bowling the penultimate over with just 5 runs. I felt they're 15 runs short. 140 would have been a different scenario. That's where I think they lost the game. As of now, they haven't. But if they lose, it'll be the batting that will be something that they'll have to work on.
Most certainly. And this is what is on the cards. I think Dubai, Sharjah has to, it should be an easy cakewalk for them for now. Unless they lose 2 quick wickets.
Big hit from Hazrat Lukman. He hits, it stays hit. And that is the winning shot from the bat of Hazrat. Sharjah have won the game. This low scoring thriller is gone one way and it's gone Sharjah's way in this game. They get those 2 points. But in the end, I think those 15 runs is what will hurt Dubai the most. Overall, it has been a great game of cricket.
Absolutely. Or will it be that catch by Punya Mehra which was dropped? So you can talk about, we can do a lot of postmortem of this match, but there was certainly, look at that shot by Hazrat Lukman, went onto the back foot and hit it over the long on region for a huge 6. We've seen a lot of 6s being hit on the back foot.
Oh, yes, and that tells you a little bit about the wicket as well. The ball is not coming onto the bat, it's a little sticky, and that's why runs are on the back foot. Sharjah won the game by 2 wickets, and they also win those 2 important points. Their first win in this edition of Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 2022 edition, powered by Fan Code. And they've played against a good, young, and experienced mixed Dubai side. A lot of positives for Dubai as well. I think the bowlers did really well, and the batters will just have to read the game a lot better, especially in the middle overs. And if they can do that, they might just get some more points and some more wins under their belt. It's early days in the tournament for both the sides, but Sharjah will go home happy tonight with those 2 points on the table.
Absolutely, I think Sharjah would be the more happier side today, but they also have a lot of things to think about. Those 2 wickets which is lost in the same over to Abdul Malik, that will be hampering them, and obviously the batsman who got a start but couldn't really carry on. The same for Dubai as well. I think a lot of things people can learn from this game.
Oh yes, that's the batting card for Sharjah in this run chase. The top order just didn't fire. 2 for Khalid. Zainullah scoring 18 looked good, but then was out on 18 of 23 deliveries. Fayaz Ahmed, that was a big breakthrough for Dubai that got them in the game. Yasir Kaleem also falling cheaply, 13 of 9, and then came the man who changed the game and the tide of the match in the favour of Sharjah. 58 runs, not out of 32 deliveries, played an important knock for Sharjah. Amjad Gul scoring 1 of 5, and then he just managed to play along the tail. Mohammad Nadeem played some sensible shots and made sure that Sharjah reached that target well within the 20 overs. The winning runs coming from the bat of Luqman Hazrat, 9 of 5 deliveries for him. 8 extras, and they reached that target in 18.3 overs.
Look at the bowling card for Dubai. 5 bowlers used. Shahid Nawaz picking up those 2 early wickets, giving away 23 runs. Abdul Malik picking up those 2 overs in a single over and giving away 17 runs. Aryan Lakra a bit expensive, 28 in his 2.3. Ahmed Shafiq expensive for his liking, 35 and 4. Mubin giving away 24 in his 4. And all of these 3 bowlers picking up a wicket each.
Let's look at the second innings and how it panned out in the highlights package, where Sharjah was chasing that modest total of 125 runs. Sharjah losing that first wicket early of Khalid Shah, and that was the big important wicket of Fayaz Ahmed, the skipper. Great catch from Ahmed Shafiq at square leg, and Aryan getting that wicket of Yasir Kaleem, rocking on the back foot. There's dual bounce, we know that, and that on that occasion the ball just hurried on to Yasir Kaleem. Then came in Mohammad Nadeem in that over, changed the face of the game, and you can see Ahmed Shafiq was on the back foot, very defensive, bowling from behind the crease, trying a lot of different things, but the result was always the same. 6s galore from the bat of Nadeem in that first over against Ahmed Shafiq. 20 runs approximately in that over came from that over, and that made Sharjah very comfortable. But on the other end, they kept losing wickets, and the pressure was always on the bowlers, on the batters of Sharjah. Amjad Gul falling cheaply, Abdul Malik striking, and in that over twice getting that wicket of Amjad Gul and Adil Malik as well. The run out got them back in the game. A slip from the batter there, Almas Hafiz, just couldn't get there in time. And after that, it was only about managing to get those runs. Harsh, trying to go big, was out at mid-wicket, and then came in that winning shot from the bat of Hazrat Luqman, getting Sharjah over the line and winning the game for his side. That's the match summary of match number 5. Dubai were asked to bat first after Sharjah won the toss and could only get to 125 runs. Aryan scoring 28. Mohammad Nadeem was the pick of the bowlers, getting 3 wickets in his 4 overs. In reply, Sharjah getting to that total in 18.3 overs. Mohammad Nadeem scoring 58 with the bat, so he was the man who got them in the game with the ball and with the bat as well. Abdul Malik getting 2 wickets for Shahid and a wicket for Mubin as well. In the end, Sharjah winning the game by 2 wickets, a game that we will cherish because it was a low-scoring thriller and was thoroughly entertaining. Time for us to head down towards the sidelines, where we've got Ahmed Khwaja with the player of the match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation of the MazzaPlayer.net Emirates D20 2022 powered by FanCode. It's match number 5 that has just concluded, and what a thriller between Sharjah and Dubai. Sharjah electing to bowl first, and they had a very short target of 126, but they really had to fight for it. In the end, only winning by 2 wickets. There were plenty of outstanding performance for the Player of the Match award that will be presented by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. But there could be only one man who deserved it. Mohammad Nadeem of Sharjah for his 58 runs off 32 balls and 3 for 29 with the ball in hand. Outstanding performance. Nadeem थोड़ी सी गपशप लगाते हैं. Once again, आपकी consistency और आपके runs, आपकी wickets, total performer है आप. काफ़ी देर से Player of the Match award ले रहे हैं और बड़े मैच में बड़ी साइड के खिलाफ फिर से आपने deliver किया. आपकी कंसिस्टेंसी का राज क्या है?
जी बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. सबसे पहले तो मैं अल्लाह ताला का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ. मेरी कंसिस्टेंसी का ये है कि अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ये पिछले आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट से लेकर अब तक मेरी परफॉर्मेंस बॉलिंग और बैटिंग दोनों में बहुत अच्छी चल रही है. तो मेरी कोशिश यही होती है कि टीम के लिए जितना मैं कोशिश करता हूँ बॉलिंग में, मैं बॉलिंग में करने की कोशिश करता हूँ, और जितना टीम को रिक्वायर्ड होते हैं मेरी कोशिश होती है कि टीम बैटिंग में भी उतना ही परफॉर्म करूँ. तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अभी तक सब अच्छा चल रहा है.
अच्छा, और विकेट के बारे में ज़रा फिर से बताइए. फिर से हमने देखा था कि रन्स करना काफ़ी मुश्किल हो रहा था. एंड में तो आपको टेल एंडर्स के साथ काम चलाना पड़ गया था.
जी मुझे तो आज फील नहीं हो रहा था कि विकेट इतना मुश्किल है, क्योंकि मेरे तो बल्ले पे बहुत अच्छा बॉल शुरू से ही आ रहा था, लेकिन हमारे विकेट्स गिरती रहीं, तो इसलिए मैंने अपने शॉट्स को रोका. तो मुझे लगा कि अभी थोड़ा टाइम लेना चाहिए, लंबा जाना चाहिए, तो मैंने लंबा फिनिश करने की.
और पहला मैच हारने के बाद फुजैरा से एक और तगड़ी साइड थी दुबई, उनके खिलाफ ये जीतना काफ़ी ज़रूरी था.
जी बिल्कुल. पहला मैच हम हार गए, थोड़ा नए लड़के क्योंकि हम आपस में इतना नहीं खेले, तो कम्बिनेशन ज़्यादा नहीं था. पहला मैच खेले, अभी दूसरा खेले हैं, तो थोड़ा कम्बिनेशन अच्छा हो रहा है. तो ये मैच लाजमी जीतना था और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जीते.
यूएई का सबसे बड़ा T20 टूर्नामेंट है एमिरेट्स D20, उसमें प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच अवार्ड जीतना किसके नाम करना चाहेंगे?
जी ये अपने अम्मी अब्बू के नाम करना चाहूँगा.
Zabardast Nadeem, very well played.
Thank you, sir. Shukriya.
Well, that was the outstanding Mohammad Nadeem with a complete all-round show and taking the deserved Player of the Match award. That's all from the post-match awards now, but stay tuned. We have another match coming up at 8:30 p.m. local time. We'll take a short break. Join us then.